following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome to the Trapnerd Source Podcast. I am your host, Duke Clark.
I don't think we should ever do that again.
I'm your host of Winning Playoff Games.
Yep. It's a great week, man. Had to take 2 weeks off. Your boy was in the sun, and I came back.
You don't even look like you were in the sun.
Bro. All right, so we'll start. Dude, listen. The second or third day, right? I'm wearing like a nice Hawaiian shirt, got it unbuttoned. I only put sunscreen on my face because I don't want to look like an old ass man. I have the whole it's just my shirt, right? I take off my shirt later. It's just like a line of sunburn, and the rest of me is all white. And my face had a tan for 1 day. I swear to God, it was so tan. I was like, damn.
It sounds like you're lying.
I swear to God, bro. Because I took my glasses off, and everyone was like I had like tan lines. Everyone picked
I feel
on
like
me.
you can't just lose your tan that fast.
It happens, dude. You're not as white as me, man. You don't know the struggles. You can't tell me about my struggles, man. You can't do that.
You know what wasn't a struggle? Was our teams in the playoffs.
No struggles there. Big week. Since I've been gone, we were on the boat. Whole bar filled up with Bills fans. There was 3 Dolphins fans. All them Dolphins fans talking shit all year.
Did you watch any of the playoffs on the boat?
Yeah, I watched the Packers game.
All Saturday and Sunday you were there?
Oh wait, no, it wasn't the playoffs. It was the week before the playoffs. And then I watched Saturday playoffs in Charlotte, Sunday games in Charlotte, and then I was home on Monday.
Oh, you went to West Virginia?
West Virginia.
So yeah, dude. So the AFC East championship game basically. We were on the boat, fucking went crazy. The whole bar was like screaming, hey, hey. And then what do you know, man? Look at this. Look at God. Look at God.
Wild.
The Dolphins fans think they got something every year, and they held on to it for a long time this year. It wasn't just a 2-week phase.
They held on to it all the way to the fourth quarter of the last week until they gave up a 96-yard punt return.
God will make it right before all's said and done, man. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but the best team came out on top. The fraudy-ass Dolphins lost to us, and they got smacked by the Chiefs.
Yeah, Tua throwing in the wind was horrible.
The worst QBR of the week.
I'm starting to think, no lie. Never mind.
Go ahead. Do it. Get your shit off, man.
Nah, I can't.
No, they've been talking shit all fucking year.
Nah, because
Dolphins, Eagles,
and
Cowboys fans all fucking year, man. Get it out.
Do you guys think Mac Jones could have did the same thing Tua did on
Yes.
the Dolphins?
No, I don't know.
No,
Maybe
not
not
all
about
year.
that. Not about that.
No.
He probably could have done what he did in the playoff game, though.
No.
Because in the sun and shit, Tua really was lighting it up.
I'm saying
he was carving people shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you give Mac Jones, Tyreek Hill, and Waddle,
That guy stinks.
It's easy to shine in the sun, but when the darkness comes upon you, only real champions come through. You know what I mean?
He was never beating Mahomes in the fucking
He wasn't
cold.
even coming close.
No.
Oh, man, it's still just that those shirts will never get old. I wish it were colder.
Yeah, they should never
those
talk
other
about it
joints?
being cold again.
Remember this, though?
It's so
These
good for
joints?
the. What was that?
Last year, when they came to the Bills, they all
Yeah, I
wore
know what you're
shorts.
talking about.
They all wore shirts like this because they were number 1 in the division.
Oh yeah. And then it was Diggs that scored and then did it, or someone scored. And
Josh
did it.
Allen.
Josh Allen.
Don't ever confuse greatness for
All right, come on, relax.
midness.
I mean that's a problem, but. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah, every day there was a team that. So the way the weekend of the playoffs went was, out of those 3 teams that talked all that shit, Saturday one got eliminated,
Yeah.
Sunday one got eliminated, and then sadly, because I do fuck with the Eagles though, I was sad to see them go, but them boys got smoked.
You know what? It's not the Eagles so much. The only real bad fan is Timmy. When he's winning, he's all the way like.
And especially,
fuck
you
your
know what
team.
sucked for Timmy though is because that doesn't happen that often. Is they were 10-1,
Yeah.
reigning NFC champions. For them to be eliminated right now and finish at 11-7, that shit, nobody can see that coming.
The 11-7
No, but
wouldn't matter if they
saying
didn't get
what I'm saying
eliminated.
is like the humbleness when they're down and like
Yeah.
he's a nut. Like what's his name came through the bar and said fuck the Eagles. I know Timmy has literally gone to 87 buff out of his way when the Bills lost to rub it in people's faces.
Yeah.
So, but Eagles fans not so much. I'm more mad about the people who were like the players voted that Jalen Hurts was the second best quarterback coming into the year. A lot of people were saying that he was up there with above Allen and all this stuff. He had one really good year. He made a Super Bowl, and I said you made one Super Bowl, you lost. You need to. And I was like, and everyone's like, oh, he made a Super Bowl. Josh Allen never has. He lost to Mahomes, just like we lost to Mahomes. he's not better.
Yeah.
No one is better, not named Mahomes. And I'm sick of people looking for reasons for
Mahomes might not even be better.
No, I mean Mahomes
I
was
said
close.
might, man.
No,
Let me
he's
just talk my shit.
If Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl, the gap gets incredibly smaller. But Allen's,
I think he can beat him this week and win the Super Bowl.
But I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of like these one-hit wonders, and they're like, oh, they're better than Josh Allen. When it's been 5 years of excellence for Josh Allen now, 5 straight playoffs, 4 straight division championships. He led the league in yards multiple times, led the league in touchdown multiple times, over 40 touchdowns the first time in the history of the NFL that someone did it 4 times in a row. I'm sick of it, man. You're not about to tell me that a guy makes a Super Bowl and he's better than Allen. You're not about to tell me that Trevor Lawrence goes on a nice little 6-game run and he's up there with Allen. You're not. I'm done with it, bro. Like and
Herbert?
Herbert? No, you can't even win a game. Like the only people that were
me and Harry argued about Herbert and he never was the same.
he never won a game again.
That guy sucks.
Yo.
He wishes he was better than Love.
Stroud's already better than him.
Love is too. Love is
Told
the
y'all.
man.
It goes
Love
Mahomes,
too, yeah.
It goes Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Love, and Stroud.
Literally, man.
Fuck it. I'll be the one-hit wonder guy now.
It's. I mean, why not? They had.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't make Super Bowls, but they had their one-hit wonder too. Why not? Why can't they go in the next 3 years and be great when all these other guys are struggling? I don't know. But let's talk about the games. Bills beat the Steelers 31-17.
The Bills and the refs beat the Steelers.
That's such a fucking crock
Fake
of shit.
slides and shit.
That was not a fake slide.
That's what
The
they said,
holding
man.
Calls.
I watched it play.
That's what George Pickens
over.
said.
George Pickens.
His
is
word means
a
everything.
dumbass.
No.
I watched that shit over and over and over again. There's no one even around him for like no
My son
one.
did
No
the
one was even
Manhattan
beat out by
Shuffle or
his
whatever that
fake
shit was
slide.
called.
The next closest defender was 5 yards away.
He did a little joke move. Let him be.
He's the GOAT.
I don't think it was a fake slide. You know what I hate? I was telling Joe is these guys that are dangerous runners like Hurts and especially Allen, 'cause he's big as hell. Then all of a sudden they give themselves up and you're already on your way to hit them and you get like Miles Jack getting a 15-yard penalty. Like I actually would be more mad about that because it's like Allen is an amazing runner, just had a 52-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Now he's out in space. You're going to hit him and he decides to slide and you end up hitting him. It's 15 yards. That shit sucks.
Like designed, like knowing that a defender would go into him like that?
I don't know.
Do you think they make plays like that? Like, yo, if you just run across
it's so
the line
bang
and
bang,
slide,
it would be like
No, because they don't want to risk like concussions.
yeah,
and shit.
like Jalen Hurts got smacked on his, and then which is another stupid rule, like the holding and then the personal foul offset. That's crazy. You just get a free shot at the quarterback.
yeah. Why don't they just do the math?
Yeah, it should be something that I don't know how they can do it, but I feel like there has to be.
I thought like one. What was the penalties?
It was a holding on the offense and unnecessary roughness when he hit.
Yeah, I thought when there's the physical foul.
No, it also
It's just offset.
Just
And
offset.
the Eagles got a safety. Like
I'm
two
pretty sure
plays
there was a
away.
year. I'm pretty sure there was a year where, or 1 year, I was watching football and there was a pass interference and a roughing, and the roughing
might have
superseded, or they gave the
I think
difference
the ones
to
that
the
are
roughing.
after the play unsportsmanlike conduct or some shit like that.
Maybe
adds
that's
on
what it
to the
is.
Play.
Okay.
But yeah, Hurts pissed me off though yesterday when Gainwell was running backwards and Hurts didn't block that dude. That shit made me real mad.
His finger.
Yeah, but come on, you squat 600 pounds for what?
Yeah, just lower your shoulder.
Put that
buddy.
dude on his ass.
Yeah. Pancake
If
him.
he would have put that dude on his ass and Gainwell would have like turned up the field even for like 4 yards, that shit would have fired the team up. Instead, you don't do that, and Gainwell gets caught for a 7-yard loss, and then you end up getting sacked for a safety.
I
I love Hurts, but I really never thought he'd be the dude to not block somebody.
or not run.
Or just put your body in front. Like Brady used to kind of just stand in front of people and just take like the
set a little
shove.
pick or whatever. Yeah.
And Gainwell would have been able to turn up the field and maybe get a couple yards. I don't know. That shit really upset me.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that game. The play calling was atrocious.
Yeah.
It was
The Bucs just blitzed every play, and the Eagles ran the same plays
Yeah,
every play.
it'd be
It was horrible.
third and 12 bubble screen, third and 12 screen to the receiver, 3rd and 8 slant to Goddard. Like,
And then Baker was just carving them. Even with the Bucs having 6 drops, it was the most drops
But
since 2006.
You would have never
in a playoff
thought
game.
you would ever have said that.
No, he played really well this year.
there's just no good quarterbacks in the NFC, man. I don't know what to tell you. Except for Jordan Love.
He's like
Purdy.
that. Hopefully Purdy's the player that you've been talking about him
I
being, and we can
know,
beat him.
man. He throws 4 interceptions in this game. It'll be real nice. But yeah, the Bills 31-17.
the
We
Bills
were
and the
the
refs.
thing is, the only complaint I have about the game is we did that thing again where we're dominating and then we take our
Yeah,
You
take
guys
the foot
let
off
it
the
come
pedal.
off the
close,
gas. Yeah,
that shit is so annoying.
And
man.
I don't get it. I thought it was done when Brady got there. I don't understand. And then it's like they don't. The play calling is just weird. Even they started running the ball, and I've been like a champion of them running more. They run like 4 in a row. It's like, no, you run 2 in a row and then you do a play action, and then even after those 4 in a row, they luckily got a first down, and then they don't do any kind of play action. You see how good Flacco's been. I mean, obviously not in the playoff game, but Flacco was just tearing people apart with those play actions. Like, I don't know, man. The play calling is just still weird to me.
Well, it's still got a little bit of Dorsey in it. That's why.
But also, maybe it was you're up 21. You don't want to fucking empty your clip. Well, no, you should stay aggressive, yeah, but you don't want to pull out all your crazy good play calling before the Chiefs game. Like you want to have
Gabe will
some.
be back too, I think.
I don't care about Gabe. We need the defense.
I think Douglas
man.
will be back. I'm pretty sure they said I read an
We
article.
need
You guys
Douglas
are going
back.
to get a lot.
Douglas is back, but
You guys are going to get a lot of reinforcements. Back
Does
this
Milano
week.
come back or no? He's still
No,
just
he's
out.
done, I think. No, he's done.
Only Andrews is coming back somehow.
Who?
Andrews somehow.
Mark Andrews?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was practicing the other day and
Yeah, they designated him
off
back.
the IR. I don't get how, but here
Yeah,
it
so-
is. Here he comes.
We're out.
You think you guys would have won if TJ Watt played?
Yeah. I
What
mean,
would
you
the score
can't
been?
you can't say T.J. Watt and then not all 3 of our starting cornerbacks. We came into the game without Douglas, and then by the first half, Benford was out, or Toronto. I forgot who got hurt first. But all 3 of our starting cornerbacks were out. We're starting Kyrie Irving, who's a healthy scratch, and Dane Jackson, who's a 7th-round pick. Terrell Bernard's been our best defensive player.
He was one who broke his ankle.
It's not broken, but
What'd they say
there's no
happened?
way. I saw that the X-rays were negative, but I
that
just
shit
don't think
looked
he's
bad.
playing next week. We lose him. We already lost Dodson, so
Then
we're
we got
down to
AJ
our-
Klein, who literally
Dodson
came
was
off
our
the couch.
Dodson was our 3rd stringer, and he was a starter, and then he got hurt. So now we're on practice squad linebacker. So sure, TJ
AJ
Watt
Klein.
makes a way bigger impact than any of those guys. But when you break it down, like you can't just be like, "Oh, TJ Watt was gone," and then not mention that.
Right.
You can't mention the fact that they were, as soon as Terrell Bernard goes down, they start running all over us. Like Dorian Williams made some good plays, AJ Klein made some good plays, but they just start running
AJ
all
Klein
over
led
us
in
after
tackles.
that. Yeah, but a lot of
Off the
times it was in
practice
like the
squad, though.
second level of the field.
To me, that's impressive though. He literally was probably like was just working on a roof.
No, they said he had a vacation planned.
yeah,
the
he's
car
just
was
about to
packed,
leave. Yeah.
and he got the call or some shit.
So I mean, you can't just be like, "Oh, T.J. Watt." Like, yeah, it sucks, but at this, like, you're missing one guy and we're missing fucking like 13. I mean, like I know Matt Milano happened earlier in the season, but he's our best defensive player. Trey White's our best corner. We were down to our 5th and 6th cornerbacks and our 5th and 6th linebackers.
I'm pretty sure Hamlin was out there at one point.
He was.
He was
Yeah.
because Taylor Rapp also out, who
Yeah.
got the game-winning interception against the Dolphins a couple weeks ago. So, if you're gonna get Watt back, at least get Douglas back. Like,
Yeah.
So and I mean the Bills don't get that. We didn't get that courtesy last year. I mean our entire defense was last year when the Broncos or the Bengals smoked us. So.
Our defense always is hurt. It's insane.
Yeah, and our offense just stays healthy. Which I'm happy about. Like I'd rather like Allen and Diggs stay healthy, but what the fuck?
If you guys lose to Kansas City, would you guys talk about the injuries?
No, I mean going into it, I'm definitely if we don't get at least 2 of those guys back, I'm definitely going to be pretty nervous. Like not having
No,
Tron
he's saying
Johnson
if we lose,
was
though, are you
No.
going to make an excuse? I won't.
no.
It's already next man up to me.
yeah.
And all these dudes are already proving that they can play.
Yeah, the thing is, every team deals with injuries too.
Yeah.
So obviously, some bigger than others, and
But they're proving they can play this McDermott's defensive scheme. I did question McDermott as a coach because of like everything that was happening. I think he's the best now. So
I mean, yeah, he's definitely not getting fired. I mean,
No.
but like, that's
his defense is crazy.
Yeah.
He's literally making like Walmart employees nice.
Mason Rudolph was out there though.
Mason
doing
Rudolph. Well, like
He had a decent game.
but Rudolph
At the
looked
end,
good.
it-
He had
at
a good
first, he
second
looked
half.
real
He
bad.
looked real bad early
but
on.
they don't make the playoffs if he doesn't play really well the last 3 games.
No, he
Like,
definitely made them
his-
play better.
Yeah.
But you could tell like when Benford and Teron Johnson went down, he hit some throws that he wasn't hitting earlier in the game. And Teron Johnson's an All-Pro. Like he made the All-Pro for a slot corner this year. But yeah, like injuries and coaching. Move on to. I mean, we could talk about the Eagles or the Cowboys coming off of that because both of those coaches are most likely not going to be back next year. I mean, the Cowboys are notorious for keeping people way too long, and Garrett had a bunch of meltdowns and somehow stayed there for 10 years. But I mean, come on, like
Yeah, you get whooped by a 7 seed at home.
They didn't just
Like-
get beat. They got
whooped.
Yeah, I mean,
It was worse than the 16 points it ended up being.
I mean, Dak ended up going crazy in the fourth quarter.
That's cool.
But
Yeah.
when the game
Good
was
for
close,
him.
it was, or when the game was mattered, he wasn't doing shit.
You guys had what's that dude's name? Clifford in.
Yeah,
Sean Clifford
came in.
was-
Matt
it was-
LaFleur apologized for that. He said that was a horrible coaching move, and it was a lesson that he learned, and he'll never do it again.
Why?
Not in the playoffs.
He said that he took the starters out too early, and it became like Dallas had the ball, like a chance to get to an 8-point game, and we're over here with Clifford in. Like,
Yeah.
I
That was
didn't think it
crazy.
was obtainable though. Still.
no, the whole Packers Twitter was going crazy, and LaFleur ended up literally talking about it after the game. Like, how
Yeah,
bad
you don't
of a
do
move
that in the
was.
playoffs. Maybe the regular season.
You got to be up by like how Houston was, 45-14.
Yeah,
I mean, do what you got to do, but
Even then, I'm like, you rest the guys in the fourth quarter to maybe like, they'll be a little more rested for the
Y'all call me
playoffs. This is
crazy
the
for saying
playoffs.
Stroud was better than Herbert. I'm just letting y'all know.
yeah, Stroud's really that dude.
But it's the same thing as saying
What?
it's the same thing as saying Hurts is better than Allen. Like you got to be able to continue. And I'm not saying this about Herbert because Herbert can't win. But you can't just be like, this guy has one good year and now he's the third best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was Stroud and Herbert hasn't done anything that.
Yeah, Stroud really
has
already
done.
has accomplished
That's all
more,
I'm
so
saying.
I'm
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I'm cool with that argument now compared to like Allen and Hurts, obviously.
But this was like week 11.
Yeah, this was when
He was
Houston
still clapping,
Houston
though.
was like 4 games out of the playoffs
Yeah.
type shit. I was just like, nah. But now that he won a division, which Herbert never has, obviously he's got Mahomes in his division. But
He's only made one playoff.
yeah,
though,
he's
so
in
he's
one
not even
playoff
winning
and blew a
wild cards.
27-0 lead.
Yeah.
where Stroud just
It was
beat.
27 nothing. I thought it was
Yeah.
21 nothing.
Because when Green Bay was up
27.
27-0, Twitter said, "Could it happen again?" And Aaron Nagler was like, "No."
Yeah. So you want to talk about Philly or just want to go through the Cowboys game?
No, no, man. We can talk
Why
about
can't it
them
be
all.
the Packers game?
Well, we're gonna get there.
The
But I'm
attention
saying,
really
I'm
is
just
on
saying,
the Cowboys. That's the crazy part. Like in that game, that's most of like what people talk about is Dallas. Obviously, because Dallas is the team that you hate or you love really around the world. But
well, all right. Let's talk about the Packers and the Dallas game then. So I just was segueing because Dallas is
But
probably.
you
gonna
just
fi-
keep saying the Dallas game.
Well,
You
because
you
it was
could've called it the
because I
Packers
segued
game.
from the coaching where we were talking about people wanting McDermott fired,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
McCarthy probably should be fired, but probably
they-
won't be.
they said Dallas was undefeated at home in the regular season, and then was the only team to lose at home in the playoffs this year.
Oh yeah, they were
That's
because
crazy.
Houston was the division winner.
Yeah, I mean that was awesome beating McCarthy. I'm sorry, that felt amazing. Seeing,
Why you say sorry?
I mean, because he still won a Super Bowl for Green Bay, and I feel like he deserves a little bit more love than some of us Packer fans give him. But at the same time, I feel like he cost Rodgers 2 or 3 more rings because of things like you see, like literally Dallas made no adjustments. They literally saw us on the field with 2 and 3 tight ends and came out there with like a shit ton of defensive backs, and we were just able to run the ball down their throat, short passes. Like they literally made,
seemed like they
not
were-
even to take away from Love, they made that shit easy for Green Bay.
Well, it seemed like they were just like hoping Parsons would make a play.
And Parsons
That's what
was
it seemed
getting-
like. It
Parsons
seemed
was
like-
making plays, but like even on the one touchdown to Musgrave, Parsons immediately hits Love, but dude's wide open.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like they were like it seemed like they wanted him like they were just waiting on him to get like a turnover
Yeah.
or I don't know.
Yeah, they weren't, like,
they
playing
weren't
defense.
doing
But
But
nothing
no,
else.
yeah, that's what I mean though. Their play calling was so bad though that Love would just say hike and have a guy open. So like Parsons couldn't even make a play even
Right.
if he wanted to, and that's part of my problem with.
He got some
McCarthy.
holding calls.
And LaFleur does that too though. He'll let Joe Barry coach a horrible game, and he won't do anything about it. Like, I still want Joe Barry fired. I'm starting to feel like this will save his job, unfortunately.
They probably
It's like
will.
the negative part of it.
But
Well, maybe not that.
I don't like
Dallas still
coaches
put up
that do
almost
that
40,
shit.
right?
What would you say?
What was the score?
Well, yeah, but the defense played really good. Like they did well at the end.
And
but,
all the backups were in the
yeah,
defense
yeah,
too.
He was
Yeah,
taking the backups
yeah.
or the starters out. I don't know. I just feel like some of these head coaches, like even the Eagles, if that offensive coordinator is just going to keep calling bubble screens, Sirianni has to step in,
Yeah.
and he doesn't. And to me, the head coaches need to be held
Aggressive,
accountable for that shit.
assertive at
Yeah, 'cause
least.
what else are you doing?
No matter how much you trust a guy, like even if we were a team right now, you guys were my coordinators, I do trust you guys. But if you're doing shit that I see for at least 2 quarters, I got to step in. Like, yo, Duke, bubble screen again. They're
Why you
blitzing.
got to be the head coach?
I'm just saying, if I was,
just
if I was the coach and you guys were my coordinators, I'm not just letting you guys do this shit. There's no way we're just running bubble screens to our tight end and hurt Devonta Smith is blocking. Little 180 pound, 70 pound, whatever. That's your play. Every play. I'm sorry, you can't, it's not. I would have to step in and be like, "Fuck that, you're done."
Well, they just completely got away from running too. Like how the Bills.
I was saying that in the chat.
Bills just would not run Allen for the first half of the year. Hurts, like, you got Hurts. Like, that was his number one weapon coming in. He became, like, a pretty good passer. But you just take that weapon away from him, and that takes away from his ability to pass the ball. We were saying about Josh Allen in, like, week 10. It's like, if they're not afraid that he's going to run for a 52-yard run, then they're just going to play fucking they're gonna
especially
play,
with AJ
they're gonna
Brown
play how
out.
the Bengals beat Mahomes. Just cover 2, fucking dime defense, throw fucking 6 defensive backs out there and just blanket the field because they're not afraid of it.
And with AJ Brown out, it's so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge too. But like, you just gotta. I don't know. It didn't make sense to me. They weren't doing any.
I can't believe what I watched. I was so frustrated. I felt bad for Timmy, honestly.
It looked like they didn't want to play. They didn't want to
Baker
win
had
the game.
K. Dotton looking like
Dude, Baker had those stats, and like I said, they had 6 drops. It was the most drops since 2006.
Yeah, Mike Evans dropped 2, and I would have won my fucking bet.
Yeah, it's just insane. Dude, the missed tackles, they're letting, who was it, Devin Tompkins was just, like, running people over. Trey
David
Palmer.
Moore.
Like, get the
drafted Trey
fuck out of
Palmer.
here.
He's
Why was
quick.
Bradbury still on the field? That dude has sucked for weeks now.
Who else are they gonna put out?
It doesn't matter. Nobody can be that bad.
Yeah, he
Remember the Seahawks game? He was targeted on every play down the field.
Yeah.
Drew Lock went 90 yards to different receivers. It was to whoever Bradbury was on. He's been that
Drew
bad.
Lock was targeting Bradbury.
Yeah,
That's
how the
funny.
Seahawks won.
Wow, that's funny.
He has to, like, he lost his confidence or something. He can't tackle. Like, I know, like, what you're saying, like, who else are you going to put in? But somebody had to be on that bench that was hungry, waiting for an opportunity that could have done something.
Yeah, like Kyrie Elam, I say we got to cut this dude because he gets fucking plowed over and then gets
made up for it.
his ankles broke by Deontay Johnson. He makes a play.
Yeah, crazy
And he's like a
interception.
healthy scratch dude.
He almost
Like,
had 2 interceptions. Like,
he dropped the one.
there's guys on the bench that are ready. Bradbury's confidence is shot. He can't be out there.
Well, so that brings me to the coaching carousel thing, where so you got all these big name coaches out there, and I was listening to Bill Simmons' podcast, and he's like, I just feel like Bill Belichick's gonna go to like Eagles. That's like the most attractive job.
I
It's
told
like,
you
is
where
it?
Bill's going.
I think Falcons too. I
go to the
said,
Falcons.
I think
Smart
why
man.
not?
They
We'll get there.
stink.
See?
We'll get there.
Yeah, let's get
We'll
there.
talk about it.
So Eagles, I think, why would you go there? Like, half their fucking defense is a free agent or is going to retire. Jason Kelsey announced his retirement. If no one saw that yet,
This might not even be good without Jason Kelsey.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I guess you still have Hurts. Like, I don't think Hurts is a bad quarterback. You still have
think
AJ
he's
Brown,
good,
Devonta
though?
Smith. He's good. He's good. He's not in the
I'm just
conversation with Josh Allen. Like, you still, sure, it's a little attractive, but like, why not go to a team like the Falcons where if you can sign Russ or you can trade for Fields or you can trade up in the draft and grab somebody, that's all you're missing. I mean, he has A.J. Terrell there, and he's notorious for making cornerbacks good, and A.J. Terrell's already amazing. The defense was pretty decent all year. The offense is loaded with talent, was just ridiculous because, one, Ritter sucks, and Arthur Smith's an even worse play caller. Like, I don't know if you can get Russ there, and Russ could even be as average as he was this year.
Yeah, I don't want.
I don't want Russ there either.
And it's I personally
think Russ
don't.
needs to go sit on a
I guess
bench
I
somewhere.
guess if Atlanta could get Fields or Kyler, I guess it would be. A
They're-
good
I
job.
don't think Kyler's 1,000% staying in
Yeah, that's what it
Arizona,
seems
but
like now, but
yeah,
Who
like
else is out there?
Kirk Cousins, it depends how.
Cousins would crush on the Falcons.
It depends how people come
Oh
back
my
from
God,
Achilles
Pitts
now.
in London would be back.
They'd be
Holy
huge.
but
fuck.
Cousins don't win. So like as far as like that,
He can
Maybe
win in the
under
regular
Bill, though.
season.
Maybe
yeah,
under
he
Bill.
could win the NFC South.
That's what I'm saying. And then
I
it's
guess
the
the
easiest
NFC South
division.
is a good.
He just wants 15 wins.
I was thinking Dallas. Though you brought up Philly. I don't see why he wouldn't go to Dallas. That's where I would want to go.
Well, I just don't know if they're gonna fire McCarthy, man.
Right. I'm just saying if that was a
How don't
opening,
But it's the same thing.
I'd
with
want to
Dak.
go to the Chargers too.
Dak can't win.
what?
Dak can't win. So what's the
'Cause
difference?
They're loaded with talent. They're much better than Atlanta.
they? I don't know.
They're way better than Atlanta.
How?
They're better all over the place.
No, but
Where?
no.
Everywhere.
The
Tell me
Char-
where.
Every single position.
They're not
Except
better at running back.
That's it though.
They're not better at tight end. They don't have a better.
See, I'm different than people. I count receivers as tight ends.
They're not better at offensive line.
Their offensive line is solid.
The offensive line of Atlanta is really good.
Yeah, so they're both really good. So
And then
what else?
Atlanta has a better defense.
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think they have a better
The
defense.
Chargers' defense was
Yeah,
atrocious
because their
all
coaches
year.
are bad. You don't think Belichick would take over with Bosa, Mag, Derwin James, fucking Samuel, and all
Khalil
those
Mack.
dudes?
You can't. They're just. We saw the Falcons do good on defense this year.
Yeah, where'd they
So,
rank? They were that good?
I don't know if they were amazing, but they were a good defense all year.
Let's take a peek, man.
Take
Let's
a
see
peek.
what's
I know they
higher.
were better than the Chargers. If they were worse than the Chargers, I'm gonna get up and leave because the Chargers I just watched so many times give up
The
leads.
Falcons got beat 37-17 by the Bears.
Shut the fuck up.
So defense, they were 11th in yards, 8th in passing yards, 20th in rushing yards, 18th in points.
Damn, they were 18th in points.
They stink.
They don't stink.
But I mean, their offense put them in bad spots, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Chargers stats are about to be inflated because the Raiders game, though. The Raiders
I
put up
forgot
like
about that.
70.
Yeah.
28th in yards,
Oh my god.
30th in pass, 24th in points.
Oh, they're dead. Bill's going to the
They're
Falcons.
ass, huh?
Yeah.
They had a harder schedule.
Dude, get away from me.
But
be
with
fair,
Bill,
Bosa
Bill
was-
would get them dudes going.
And
Bill,
Bosa was
imagine
hurt.
what they'll do with the Falcons, though.
Yeah, Falcons do got an easier schedule.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, I don't see why the Falcons don't go get Drew Lock.
But that's what I'm saying. So you need 15 wins. That's all he cares about, right? If you get Kirk Cousins, let's just say he gets back from his Achilles. How is Dak better than Kirk Cousins? Like, how is
I think Dak's better than Cousins.
I do, but
They're like
just
the same player.
I mean, Dak wins in the play. Has a couple playoff wins.
does he? I think he
he
has
has one.
one.
He has two.
Does he have two?
Yeah,
Yeah,
two.
he beat Tom Brady.
He has two.
Was it all both?
No, he beat Russell Wilson as like his rookie.
They were
year.
both first rounds. Yeah.
No, yeah, and then Tom Brady was last year in the first round.
That's it though.
Whatever, dude.
He don't have no
He
divisional
was
round
losing to
wins.
the Packers and shit. That's not his fault.
Kirk Cousins. I'm
He
just
lost to
saying.
the 49ers, the Packers.
If the-
Cousins
if-
just be losing to the Giants.
If Belichick thinks that he can get a decent quarterback over there, it's the easiest schedule, the easiest.
No, you're right though.
The
See where he
easiest-
took his interview at.
Well, yeah, that was just to get it out the way.
First
All the
day?
other places were busy.
Yeah, right.
And the Falcons will probably give him the most money.
Yeah, that I agree with.
The Chargers have.
They already tried to get
No
they said
cap.
Bill Parcells and someone else.
No, they didn't.
Like this is years.
Oh.
I think it was
It's like, what? Isn't Bill
It was
Parcells
like
like.
Parcells and either Gibbs
100?
or Cow or one
And I'm
of the
pretty
two.
sure what Jim Harbaugh is Harbaugh. What do you say his name?
Yeah, Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. He's like a lock to go to Chargers.
They're about to eat.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
They
like,
had, their cap situation's fucked.
Harbaugh's
They'll
nice
go
with
like
it.
6-12 or some shit.
Nah.
Why would he leave college? I don't get
Well, he
why.
just won the national championship.
Exactly.
He
He
wanted
wants
to
to
be in the NFL.
Yeah.
Fuck the NFL. You win in the.
Nah,
you win in
he
college.
wants to go to a harder.
He's going from Michigan, where people will love him. He will get free steaks and blowjobs for the rest of his life in Michigan. He's gonna go to the the Chargers. No one cares about him. Like
He's
no
gonna
one.
make them care.
He won't. They don't care.
The Chargers are good.
They're not.
Coaches though. Coaches are like
Their cap
Chargers are not
situation's
good.
all
They're
fucked
good.
up.
they're not good.
They had the worst coach in the league.
Mike
And a bad quarterback.
No, dude.
Mike Williams is
Jameson,
getting hurt all the time.
Jameson Winston 2.0.
Jameson Winston.
No, Jameson Winston's better.
And his name Jameis?
Jameis, I know.
Jameson, what did I say?
Jameis.
Jameis Winston to the Falcons with Belichick is winning
6
the
and 10.
division. No, 12 wins. Immediate. 12 wins with Jameis Winston.
Winston sucks. He does like fake kneels for touchdowns because he can't score any other way.
He was
You mean when they were already up like 30?
That was
Jameis
wild,
Winston
man.
throwing the ball to Drake London and Kyle Pitts and handing it off to fucking Bijan Robinson. That's an 11 or 12 win team.
Yeah, what about the Chargers?
Fucking
6
maybe
wins.
10 if you're lucky.
10?
How?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm
With
saying.
their
How?
atrocious ass defense.
Their defense is good, man.
You just said it.
They had a bad coach.
Oh my God! Come
You got to
on.
give them that, though. They had the worst coach in football.
The Falcons had Arthur Smith.
Yeah, but he's like conservative.
And they
keeps
won.
winning games.
And they won like
This
9
dude
games.
goes for it on like 4th and 6 at
The
his own
Falcons.
age.
He almost lost to the fucking Panthers with all that
He did lose to
talent.
the Panthers, didn't he?
Oh, I thought he beat him 9-7.
Oh, they kicked it at the end?
Yeah,
I swear, I thought they lost.
they could. I don't know. Maybe they did. Someone lost. I think the Bucks lost to the
But
Panthers.
there's no way Staley's worse than, or that Smith's
Bucks
worse
always
than him.
lose.
Smith was winning games with Ritter.
No, that's how good the Falcons are.
No, but that's also how bad Staley is. Though if he was
He
the
was
coach of the
giving-
Falcons, they'd have no win.
They'd have
He was
more
giving
wins.
Bijan
No,
Robinson the ball 10 times a game.
That's
sometimes.
the same shit Staley does. I'm like, get in Joshua Kelly and fucking Isaiah Spiller.
No,
Dude,
come
he's the
on.
worst.
Come on. I
It'd
hate
be
Staley
4th
a
and
lot,
7. They'll be
but-
up 7-0 in the first quarter. 4th and
Give
7
me
on their
Bill,
own
man.
5.
Bill to the Falcons.
Bill to the Falcons. Harbaugh to
How about
the
the Chargers? They'll smack the Falcons.
Harbaugh to
too.
the Chargers. Who? And then where do we think Vrabel's going? Because I think Vrabel's the best hire.
I thought he would go to New England, so.
I think you skip over both of those dudes for Vrabel. Well, maybe not
the
Harbaugh.
Titans
Harbaugh's-
coach?
Yeah, he got fired.
Why did they fire him?
Because they're stupid.
Because
as
he
fuck.
let go A.J. Brown is what I read. There was something like with the A.J. Brown thing that just like triggered them. And then they sucked this year and it pissed them off.
They're idiots.
So what I'm going to say, Vrabel to the Cowboys. Bill
Vrabel to
Belichick
the
to the Falcons.
Vrabel to the Cowboys. They might do some shit.
I'll take Vrabel on the Falcons too. Bill Belichick to the Falcons. Harbaugh to the Chargers.
Yeah, Harbaugh to the Chargers seems likely.
And
What
then I
about
think
the Seahawks,
I
though?
think Carroll.
good job.
Carroll does
Dude,
Carroll
Bill
wanna
might go
coach?
there. Oh my
I don't
God,
think so.
Bill's going there.
No, why would he play the Rams? He wants 15 wins. That's all he wants. Why is he going to play
Why does
the
he want
Rams?
15 wins?
Because that's the record. He'll have the most wins ever. over Don Shula. So why are you going to go to division and play the fucking 49ers and the Rams and then the Cardinals, after their draft?
Yeah, Bill's going.
Does
to the
Pete Carroll want to coach? Or
I don't think so.
Because I was like him to the
Did he
Eagles
step
would
down?
be cool.
I don't know what they did.
It was like the same thing with Belichick. It was like fired. But why would you fire the guy? Like,
I don't see how you can fire Bill Belichick.
Sucks.
I think Bill Belichick wants to leave.
Is it him though?
Hell yeah.
You think it's him?
It's him with the
yeah.
drafting. It's his fault with the drafting.
Dude, a dude got a fumble and went to bring him the ball, and he just was like, "Get away from me." You think people are gonna play hard for that guy?
They
I mean, he
should.
won.
Fuck
What do you
no.
mean? He won 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah, because Tom is fucking Brady.
Thomas Brady.
Just like Robert Kraft said, fucking
Come on.
Belichick said, "Yeah, Brady can't play no more," and the guy went and won a fucking Super Bowl. That's what Robert Kraft said. That was the main reason he fired Belichick, because he told Kraft that Brady couldn't play no more.
He was kind of right.
You're the one who says the most. Like Brady was given all these great defenses. He's winning Super
No,
Bowls.
I mean I
17
know
wins.
Belichick is a great coach, but I think he's stale now.
I agree.
Maybe the change of scenery and like going to a team like Atlanta.
I think with
But
how
I'm just
good.
saying, are people really gonna like? How hard are you gonna play for Belichick? Like you
they
see
said
how
the-
hard these guys play for like D'Amico Ryans, and I think
Antonio
Mayo's gonna get a
Pierce.
good. Pierce. I think like you need a young coach who knows the game and like can relate to you. Belichick's just this old white guy who like he's not up with the time and the TikToks and all that. He doesn't have fun with his team. Like I said, this guy was excited to bring him the ball. Like, yo, coach, I just made a play, and Belichick just like embarrassed him. I don't know. I don't like that shit.
I mean, okay, so there's one thing like you like these young coaches. It's like, all right, you got to get your team behind you, but that's because you have to earn the respect. Bill Belichick doesn't have like that. That's the
He
standards.
thinks he's above.
Yeah,
all
but I
that.
mean, it's the standards. Like you want to be a Super Bowl winner, like it's just, like you got to fumble. Like we're not even gonna make the playoffs. Like we need to elevate these standards. And,
Yeah, but that's how you
and
pump
that's
these
why,
guys up, though.
and that's why him and the Patriots aren't a good fit because the Patriots are going to need to build that culture back and become that again. And he is gonna. I mean, he's fucking 70-something years old. He's not long for this world. Like he needs to go to a team that can win now. So it's like
Which Atlanta's not.
Bro, if they get a quarterback, they can't win now. They can't.
If they get a quarterback.
There's a bunch of quarterbacks
Yeah,
out
but
there.
if they get one.
You don't.
Knowing Belichick, he'll go there and draft fucking like.
I think if he
You
wherever
even
team
put
he goes
Russ
to,
there, who
they're not
going
gonna let him draft wherever he goes. He's not gonna just come in and be like, I'm drafting.
I hope
They're gonna be
not.
like, kick rocks.
He's the type of dude that would say that though. Like if they want Belichick,
Nah, he won't because if he wants the 15 wins, he's gonna go along with what they say.
No,
He probably has
Belichick's
to,
never
but
going along with what people say.
He has
Bill
to.
fucking Belichick.
Yeah, he's not. I'm
It's fucking Belichick.
I'm a huge
the Billy Goat.
Russ hater.
Now he's the Billy Goat. A second ago he was washed up.
He is.
Now he's the Billy
He is.
Goat.
I wouldn't want him.
I
heard he's going to Green Bay.
They were saying if we got beat by Dallas, like should we fire LaFleur? I'm good on that. LaFleur's in the locker room talking about Romeo Dobbs. That motherfucker was on one. Like I like hearing that. Bill Belichick would be like, "Oh, this guy had a terrific football game today." And
He never would say that.
he probably wouldn't. He probably be like, "Yeah, you did your job. Now go fucking give me 10 push-ups." Like I don't know. Like
That's
I'm
what we
good.
need.
No, dude. I see that's what they need.
I still think he's going to Dallas.
I think so too.
I think that
Kyle Brandt?
Posted it. Kyle Brandt and McAfee, both of them posted yesterday.
Why wouldn't you?
But
They're like,
Dallas
I
doesn't
just feel
fire
like he
their
wants to hang out with another old guy. I think him and Jerry Jones go sit and talk about things. And
Okay, but to this point, Jerry Jones is the team builder. Jerry Jones doesn't let his coaches draft. Like, Jerry Jones is the guy who drafts. So is Jerry Jones going to pull in Bill Belichick and they're going to fucking clash? One's like a billionaire titan of industry and one's the greatest coach of all time. It's like, no, I should draft. No, I should draft. And then they just both have a simultaneous heart
That's a good
attack.
point.
And then,
I agree with that. That's a good point. I didn't think of it that way, but I just feel like Jerry Jones wants another old guy to hang out with. And McCarthy's
he doesn't
contract's
like-
up, right?
Get
like,
him out of there. That guy
there's
sucks.
no way they're going to pay
He should
McCarthy.
just be an offensive coordinator somewhere.
Yeah,
He'll be
like
fine.
that's
I
he-
can almost guarantee that Vrabel goes to Dallas. I can see it.
no, I don't think. I think Vrabel wants to go to a place where he can be
I think
what
Vrabel
Belichick
can go to like
was.
Seattle.
Put in
I
your
would like
notes.
Vrabel on the Falcons. Like he's
Dude in the Falcons.
no because
Bill's going to the Falcons.
I Wheatfield Falcons.
I think Bill will go there because he wants the easiest wins, and I do think if he gets Russ, and I'm a big Russ hater, that they can be at least good
saying
enough for him
Russ.
to get
Please stop
all right,
saying Russ.
whatever.
That dude isn't going to be a
They
quarterback
will
no
be
more.
good enough to win. You let me fucking finish.
He's
man.
going to go sit with
Russell Wilson
McCarthy
is
somewhere.
10 times better.
Matter
than,
of fact,
than Desmond Ritter.
They're going to go to McCarthy and Russ are going to go to the USF. What is it?
If Russell Wilson was on the
You know what I'm
Falcons this year, they win 10 games. Easy.
How many did they win?
Like 6,
9?
7?
The Falcons?
They won 7.
8?
I think.
Not
Nine?
9 because they would have won the division.
Man,
Maybe
they
8
suck.
then.
Yeah, so they're winning 8 games with Desmond Ridder and Arthur Smith. With Russell Wilson and Bill Belichick, you don't think they can win 10, 11 games?
They went
I don't-
7 and 10.
They suck.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith sucks, though.
They did lose to the Panthers. I fucking knew it.
They did?
9-7.
I thought they won 9-7. That was the game that was
They lost
40
to the
cents.
Cardinals and the Panthers.
That was the game that was 40 cents a ticket.
Bill can't wait to go there.
Yeah, but watch, pull the game up.
Oh my god.
That was come on, dude.
Dude, Bill can't wait, man.
Bill can't wait to go to the Chargers. Would they win
He got
6
another ball
games?
7 times.
He sucks 7 for 11. He had to give the ball to a more efficient bag of Algier.
Look, Ritter had 152 yards.
Efficient 12 and 20.
Oh my god.
What do you think? Bill does that shit though. That's how he
But he
coaches.
would've won.
He would have gave it to
He
Bijan,
won
maybe.
that game 10-9.
Bijan Robinson would have had 29 carries.
No,
under
not if
Bill.
he was a minute late to practice or didn't show up for dinner.
He
or
won't
something.
be a minute late to
That's the
practice.
shit Belichick does. Nobody wants to deal with that shit.
How you know?
What do you mean? He did that shit to multiple backs in New England.
Who?
Fucking Jonas Gray was coming off a 240.
Who the fuck is Jonas Gray?
Who came off a 200-something 4-touchdown game
That's a
and then
game.
got benched?
It's a game.
Yeah, but why would you
Bijan
ride the
will
hot
do that
hand?
every game. under
Bijan
Bill.
has never done
He'll
that.
do that under Bill.
Jonas Gray's had a better career than Bijan.
All right, so we'll just go through and
Fuck
then
Bill.
we'll talk about the game. The
He's the
upcoming
goat,
game.
You just
but
called
he's
the Billy
stale.
Goat.
He's the Billy Goat, but he's stale. He's
All
done.
right, so
He's the
where
Bill Goat.
do you think we'll do Vrabel, Bill Belichick, Jim Harbaugh, and there's one more.
Who's going where?
And you think Carroll's just done?
Was there one more?
Pete Carroll, people don't know if he's done or not.
Yeah, I think isn't he like doing like the Brad Stevens? He's like doing some like general manager shit for Seattle.
No, I thought he just got let go because people are talking about him getting a job.
So I think I mean I gotta say Harbaugh to the Chargers is sounding like a thing. Bill to the Cowboys. And Pierce
Carroll's
to
not
the
going
Raiders. Because Max Crosby said he'll request a trade if Pierce don't get hired. And then we'll say who is it, Vrabel? I'll say Vrabel to Seattle.
What about the guy from? Well, this is the fourth one we'll put in there. The coordinator from Houston.
He'll go to Atlanta.
Bobby Slowick.
Yeah, he'll be good for Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's who they should get. Get him a quarterback and let him go because he's part of the tree.
The Shanahan tree.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he's got Houston looking crazy. Go get him to Atlanta with Cousins.
I mean, that's a hope.
There you go. That's it.
That's my fantasy hope.
Oh, we nailed it. That's it. That's the parlay.
I don't think that's what's gonna happen. So that was yours. I'm not saying what I want to happen. I'm saying what
I've
That's what I think's
decided-
gonna happen.
Belichick to the Falcons.
No, to the this is yours.
This is mine, and then
Wrong.
Joe will do his. Belichick to the Falcons. Harbaugh to the Chargers. Vrabel to the Seahawks.
That's what I said.
You said to the Seahawks. I think.
Yeah.
And then
That dude to Atlanta.
you know what? Slowick to the Seahawks. Vrabel to Dallas.
I don't see for some
'Cause
reason,
I don't
can't
see-
Vrabel in Dallas. I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
why.
starting
I
to not
can't
see-
imagine
They're
him.
not gonna
me
hire
too.
a young guy. Dallas is not gonna hire a
That's why
young
they're
guy.
getting Bill.
If they fire McCarthy, though.
Well, yeah, if McCarthy.
No, McCarthy's staying. McCarthy's staying. Vrabel will go to the.
Nick Sirianni to the Cowboys.
That'd be funny as fuck.
I can't stop seeing Vrabel on the Seahawks.
Yeah, I like
That's where he's
that.
going. It's official.
They got the running backs.
It's official.
Dude had a That's So Raven moment. He said, "There it is." Vrabel to the Seahawks.
Vrabel's going to the Seahawks. It's
I can see
guaranteed.
it.
It's guaranteed.
Tannehill goes there with him.
They also need a quarterback too, though.
Geno sucks.
They're gonna get Penix. It just fits because he played in there. And
What
watched
pick
it.
they got?
Probably close enough to get Penix. Like what is it? Like 16 or something.
You think Penix falls that far?
It's not falling.
I mean, yeah, probably. You got the other three ahead
Well,
of him.
yeah, and how many teams need quarterbacks that's in the top 16?
Definitely the top 3.
Yeah, but they're gonna go fucking.
No, Arizona's
Well-
the top 3, are they? Oh no, they're 4.
It depends.
It all depends what the Bears do.
What the Bears do, yeah. I really want the Bears to draft a quarterback because if they don't draft
If
a
Bears
quarterback,
go quarterback-
that means the Patriots will get Caleb
Yeah.
Williams or Drake May.
Patriots are getting one of them.
They
They're
might
going to
not.
trade up. Probably.
Yeah, but I'm
Why-
not even.
but the thing is, if the Bears want a quarterback, they're not going to trade back. And then the Washington is not trading back; they want a quarterback.
Right.
So those two quarterbacks would be gone. I'm thinking Jaden
well,
Daniels.
Caleb said he won't play for the Bears.
No, that was a fake quote.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Elon Musk, please fix Twitter. I'm sick of seeing quotes from people with check marks and thinking it's real.
Yeah, it's
Can't-
just trash.
It's a guy with a suit on. He's got a blue check mark, and
Yeah.
that's who tweeted that.
Yeah, so I
and
just
he's got the
assumed I didn't
name
like
of a
what the
real person.
You know what else I
Fix
hate
that shit.
about X or whatever it's called now? Is you're on say I'm on your status or whatever you call it, your tweet. It'll start showing random shit that you tweeted or I don't know. I don't like the way
Yeah.
that shit annoys the fuck out
he
of me.
ruined it.
Yeah.
Twitter was perfect how it was.
He bought it for like $45 million.
Mad money. All right, so where do you think coaches are ending up?
I Vrabel to the Seahawks. That's a lock. Okay,
I'm with you.
that's happening.
Yeah, we all agreed on that. Belichick to the Falcons.
Belichick to the Falcons. Harbaugh to the Chargers.
Do
And
we all
who's
think
open?
McCarthy's getting fired?
I don't see how he does it. He just let Green Bay come to their shit and just.
Who else is out
But
there?
how many times did Garrett do shit like that?
Who
And
else
he
is
just
out
kept
there?
His job.
But that's the
well,
thing.
Sirianni theoretically will be out there.
Why
Bobby's-
theoretically?
Well, we
There's
assume
rumors that he
we
would be
assume he's
fired.
gonna get fired.
But will he be fired after going to a Super Bowl last year?
Yeah, and it's only his second year.
Yeah.
Slowick is definitely
That
getting
Slowick dude might go to the Titans.
Oh.
They, you know what I
I
can see
want
going to the
him to
Titans.
the
Matter of fact,
Falcons.
is the Antonio Pierce. If he doesn't get brought back to the Raiders,
Antonio Pierce should come be our defensive coordinator.
I can see him going to the Titans.
That man is
Matter of
got a
fact,
horseshoe stuck
Pierce is-
so far up his ass.
Pierce is going to the Titans.
You think so?
Yeah,
Max Crosby will be going there too. Then.
yeah, but it fits his scheme. Like they're like a gritty defensive
Well, that was
team.
because of Vrabel though.
But it could be. But Antonio Pierce is the same.
It
coach.
has to be that way though, because they have no quarterback and they have running
Right.
backs, so they have to play that way unless they get a quarterback.
They need to go get Justin Fields.
bunch of teams need to go get Justin Fields.
Yeah,
That's why I think he's
seeing
worth
where
more.
Fields and Cousins go is going to be fun.
That like people are like, why would you trade Fields? And it's like people were talking about, oh, what are you gonna get a couple seconds? No, there's like 4 or 5 teams out there that want him.
I
Like
heard
if you're a
that they would
Steelers
take a
fan, you
second.
want Justin Fields.
They said they would take a second.
That's somebody was telling me
There's-
that. Again, who knows?
There's
with
no
this.
way.
Well,
bro.
they might if they're gonna go take if they're gonna take Caleb.
Okay, so all right, so if they're they're literally thinking about keeping him and not drafting Caleb, but they'll also let him go for a second
Right,
round
doesn't
pick.
make sense.
No, if they value him high enough to even second guess not drafting Caleb, and then there's like the Steelers would kill for Fields, like the Falcons would
Damn,
kill
why
for
don't the
Fields.
Steelers go get Fields?
Even the Seahawks like need a quarterback of the future. Like there's the Titans. Like there's so many teams out there that need a quarterback that don't have a high enough pick to get one. They are trading at least
The
a first
Titans
round
got
pick.
three
They
bad
were saying the
quarterbacks.
Bears should get the 9th pick from the Falcons and trade back from one. Or no, they would have to keep one.
They'd have to keep
Well,
one.
there was some scenario that I seen that was crazy though. The Bears would have been lit, but they would have had to keep one in this scenario.
The Titans have 3 bad quarterbacks.
Levis, I don't think he's just bad.
I don't think he's good.
I mean, we got to see more.
No
but
receivers.
He did all right though.
There was
Yeah,
games he
he
did
wasn't
all
horrible.
No
There was games
receivers.
he did all right. There was games
He
he
has
looked
D-Hop.
terrible.
I
Arguably
don't
one of
know
the
that
best
I
of
would-
all
I
time.
wouldn't
But
want to be
no
excited.
receivers.
I wouldn't be excited to have Levis, but like I don't think we could just say he's bad. Like fucking Malik Willis sucks.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Like that kid's
Tannehill's
bad.
not good.
That Tannehill's done. He had his shine. He put Jacksonville out the playoffs though.
Bryce Young.
We got to see more on him, man.
You have to.
Peyton Manning threw
There's-
like 100 picks his first year.
But he don't
Yeah,
even
but he
throw
had
picks. He
moments.
just throws the ball to the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah, so he even had a better season than Manning's rookie year. I saw the stats side by side.
I don't care.
He was better.
Watching Bryce Young, there's no way you can
Yeah,
be
the
like,
eye
damn,
test
you
is
know
real
what?
bad.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But you have to. You have to give him 2-3 more years because you don't have picks.
Burrow stunk.
Burrow got hurt real early,
Lawrence
didn't
stunk real bad. He
he? Didn't
still
Burrow
does.
get hurt real early?
He got hurt like week 10.
It was that late? Why do I?
Guys stink. I mean, not everybody can be Jordan Love. You know what I
Not
mean?
everyone can
Isn't
have
this Jordan
3 years
Love's
to
third
chill
year?
and
Not everybody can just.
Isn't
look
this
like
Jordan
Rodgers.
Love's third year?
4th
though?
year.
He's a fucking rookie. Sure, he looks just like Rodgers and learned a lot of great things from him, but
You guys can't have a bad quarterback. It's unreal.
yeah, I liked your status where you said
I said it. I gotta
yeah.
say it again. There's somewhere in America right now where a 6-year-old kid is just dreaming of being an NFL quarterback, and he's gonna get drafted by the Packers in 16 years, and he's just gonna be a Hall of Famer.
It's crazy. We're one more.
Jordan Love is
quarterback
gonna
away.
play 18 more years, so the kid's
Get
gonna.
traded to the Jets.
No. He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay 18 years.
No,
He's
it's already-
a nicer guy than Rodgers. You can tell. He's
Well, I'm saying his Favre went there too.
yeah, but those guys are assholes. Let's be real. Love is a saint.
He really is.
So Love's gonna play 18 more years. This unnamed kid, I don't know what state he's in, is gonna get drafted 16 years from now. He's gonna sit for 2 years. Love is gonna retire into the sunset, and then this kid's gonna become the GOAT.
We're one more quarterback away from me dying with 4 amazing
Nothing but Hall of
quarterbacks.
Fame.
You gotta think if 16 more years, I'll be about 50. Then this next kid goes 15 years. Now I'm almost 70. That's fine. If I make
You're
it
dying,
that far,
yeah.
like I'm cool. After that, I'm good. That'd be pretty cool.
But you're only getting 1 Super Bowl from each.
That's cool though.
You're seeing
Fuck
4
it.
in your
I'll
lifetime.
see 4 in my lifetime. I think Love's getting like 4 of them shits though.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
going nerd.
You think he's better than Stroud?
I think he's the best player to ever play the game.
No.
Stroud's
Let's see
him,
what
bro.
happens.
Stroud is
really
him.
good.
Stroud, the
way
throws he
throws
makes.
This shit is so. I don't even know how to explain the way Stroud just does. He just throws the shit. It's fucking.
It's like a
60
video
yards.
game.
Dude,
He'll be
it's
getting
wild.
tackled, and like his motion will still be the same. It'll just be like this. He's not even.
It'll go like
He's not
60
even looking.
yards.
His face doesn't change. He's just like this,
Nah, Stroud's really nice.
and it's just boom.
I don't know who I would rather
you
have
say
or
he
who
was
I think's
capped?
better.
He's not capped. I say Captain Fantasy, by the way. Fuck
Which
it
is
off.
still wrong.
It's
but-
still wrong because he's better than Herbert. And Herbert's not Captain Fantasy.
Oh, this is
Right.
crazy. This is like a full loop.
I love
This
Stroud.
time- Let me go put this in the notebook, man.
Yeah, but when Harbaugh goes there though,
Where?
to the Chargers,
Yeah.
we can't because you can't count a dude like Herbert out though. They
I
have
never.
the tools.
He just sucks.
I don't know what it is. I think I got to see him without that coach
Maybe.
because I'll give Aaron that. That coach fucking stinks.
Yeah.
It really will be 4th and 6 on like their own 30s. Like, go for it.
Yeah,
Like,
but why can't Herbert, who's supposed to be good, pick it up?
he does sometimes. But think about this:
But that doesn't win.
Listen to the rewards you get. You pick it up, then you just go 3 and out anyways and punt. Right? Yeah. When you don't pick it up, the other team scores. They're at least getting 3.
Yeah.
It's like really no reward. Like who was it the other day? They went 4th and 1 on their own 30 in the playoffs, and they got it and then punted a few plays later.
They all
picked
go
it up.
off of analytics. They all go off analytics.
This dude
It's-
goes off some other shit though. Like Dan Campbell's a
It was
ballsy
Saturday.
guy.
No, wait. It was Sunday. Who was the first game Sunday?
Packers. Was
the
it that
second
game?
game?
It was the Lions, so probably Dan Campbell.
It was Dan Campbell.
But he at least does things that make sense most of the time. He's not going 4th and 7 like on his own 35 and shit. I don't know. I think we got to see more from Herbert. His receivers are always hurt. Eckler's always hurt. Defense has sucked.
You just said how good they were.
They should be good. They really should be though, bro.
Nah.
They have Joey Bosa or Joey, right?
Yeah.
Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack.
He was hurt this year. Khalil Mack
Derwin
almost.
James. I mean, those are amazing players.
Old now, though.
They're not old.
No.
They're old.
Mac is old.
Max
Mac's
old, and he still was unreal. But Bosa
Derwin
and James are
James is
young.
old?
Hell
No, he's
How
not.
old is
He's
he?
like
He got
26.
drafted the same
I
year. I
think.
want to say is Jair.
Look it up.
He's like 26, 27. He might even be young.
I thought he was older.
There is these people who look
Pecco's
like
got my order, so you guys know.
I thought you.
Oliver, we got some treats coming, buddy. Oh, okay.
27.
Wow.
It's like
So it was
Tyler
like the year
Lockett. Tyler
before?
Lockett, I feel like, has been in the NFL for 15 years. He's 28.
That might have been
Lockett's
the year
only
before.
28.
28.
That's just wild.
Yeah.
I think that was the year before then. I wanted us to draft Derwin James so bad. I think we might have got Jair that year, so I'm mad happy about that. I love that dude.
As soon as they said Jair was playing, I was like, that +7 is like take what's his name, Jalen Green down to Pound Town.
You
Oh,
did
the
tell me,
Jalen
too.
I
He said
literally
the pack is back.
I told-
you saw that shit. He did it. He put the seatbelt on his shit.
we were in North Carolina. I couldn't bet, but I
That's
told
what Jair
Noah.
did.
Yeah.
I like Jair's interviews, man.
I told Noah it was a free parlay. It was the Chiefs
told me too.
Chiefs -5, the Packers +7, and the Rams. It was +4 at the time. Ended up being
What did I do?
+3.
I took the Lions and the Eagles.
But you took Lions money line. Right?
Oh no, -3.
Oh well, see.
And the Eagles -3.
And even when
You
I
were
told you
close.
that the Packers were gonna cover, you were like, Cowboys
I
are
told
mad
them.
nice.
I told them
I-
the Packers were gonna win.
I didn't say that, but
I did.
I knew they were covering. +7's ridiculous.
Now we're +10. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's a team like that. I think it's a lot, but I don't want to skip over this Lions game though. Like the Lions, the whole thing. Fucking Stafford goes there. I think the Rams won that game, dude. Like
I
they
did
fucking
too.
like,
Like
the
I told-
refs were nuts in that game.
I was telling Joe too just now. The Lions were 3 for 3 in the red zone, 3 touchdowns. The Rams were 0 for 3, 3 field goals lost by 1. If the Rams got 1 touchdown or stopped 1 touchdown, they just win.
Well, if you threw to my guy Cup,
Yeah, Puka's too good though.
Puka's the
Stafford
best
was
that
salty
ever
to the
played.
fans, but I understand why.
Well, they
booed him, which was horrible.
yeah. You don't have to cheer for him. You shouldn't cheer for him. But come
You can
on,
give him a
bro.
standing ovation, bro. That's fucking
Nah,
Matthew Stafford.
you can
Everything
cut-
they've done for that
you can-
community,
you can-
broke ass Detroit. Him and his wife done a lot for them.
You can come back when you retire, and we'll put
Bro,
your
you can give
jerseys
him a
in the
standing
rafters.
ovation, then boo him on as the game's being played. You don't gotta just boo him when they announce him. They should have had a whole tribute video to him, and then at the
Not
end, like,
before
all right,
the game, bro.
Yo.
You're giving him fucking. You're giving him like a happiness to go out on the field
No,
and
instead they
beat you.
motivated him. I'm surprised he ain't fuck around and beat him.
That's
When
what I
when Rodgers comes to Lambeau, we better do some shit.
I told
'cause
you-
he'll take pride in beating us if we boo him and shit.
I thought, like I was telling Harry too, that that was more of a Goff revenge game than
No,
anything
yeah,
else.
you're right. But he's at
No, but yo, do you?
I gotta tell you what I hate about Detroit. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I hate how good they look in one moment. In the first half, like even Aaron was like, "Yo, Detroit's got so many weapons," and I'm thinking like, "Yo, these dudes are nice." In the second half, they suck.
suck.
I don't understand how you could be like, yo, we got Monty, Gibbs, Laporta,
Everyone-
St. Brown, Williams, Josh Reynolds, whatever. And then they couldn't do anything. The Rams defense sucks.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys, and this is,
Well,
I don't know.
know.
You guys might disagree with this, but I tell you, I'd be arguing with like dudes I play the game with about sports or whatever, and they keep saying Lions to the Super Bowl, and I don't think Dan Campbell can get it to the Super Bowl. He can't get past Shanahan.
That's
He's
the
not
only
gonna be able to
beating.
get past LaFleur.
They probably would beat us.
They're not
I
beating.
don't think so.
They're not beating.
Not in the
the
playoffs.
49ers.
49ers are just too good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but I don't think Dan Campbell can outcoach.
Yeah, but he said, you knock us down, we'll get up
That's
by your
cool.
kneecap.
He motivates
Then
the
you gotta
fuck
knock
out
us
of
down
his team.
twice. We'll take your other kneecap. I was watching that interview. He's really that dude.
No,
though.
he is, and
I like
get
that
it.
dude.
No, me too, and I do like him as a coach, but I don't think that he.
I think he got
I don't think
outcoached
he
by
get-
McVay.
He did. But that's McVay really is like that.
Yeah, but
Was
that's what I'm.
Shanahan.
Oh, no,
So,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
That's what I'm
San
saying.
Fran
I
should
just
kill
don't
them.
think Campbell. It all comes back to like
You think they'll beat Tampa?
I don't know. I don't know because it's tough because Tampa's like a really good bad team. I don't know how to.
You know
They've
what
been
I
playing
think you're
well.
trying to say is that we all love Dan Campbell as a coach. That
He's
rah
a-
shit is
yeah.
awesome, but it's there's way too big of a like realm of possibility with those guys.
We saw it
if
versus
your
Dallas.
motivational speech doesn't work, you're like the Lions are the kind of team that can legitimately go out there and score 10 points against the Buccaneers and lose, or go out there and score 40. I can't think of the right term, but like.
He's
Sure.
a hothead, too. Like, when
Yeah,
he went for that
he'll
two-point
make bad
conversion from
decisions.
Dallas is like 10.
That was stupid.
He was just like, I'm so mad that we got cheated.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Is that these other coaches won't?
Yeah.
They're gonna take the one and move
Yeah,
on.
Shanahan's going to be yelling at the ref like, yo, we got cheated, but fuck
Yeah,
it, let's kick
kick
the
the
extra
point.
point. This dude's like, nah.
And,
We're going for two.
It worked out for him.
No, they lost.
Oh, they lost.
To Dallas.
He didn't get it.
No.
Oh, that's right, because he did it
They
3
got
times.
it, and
yeah,
they
yeah,
got cheated.
yeah,
They
yeah.
said they do the report.
Forgot. But what I'm saying is that
They still ended up with the
I
home
think
game.
Dan Campbell is a great coach, but I don't think he's a playoff winning.
We got to
coach.
see, though. He's 1-0.
That's true, and well, this is his first year making it too, right? He's been there 2 years
last
now.
year they just missed. They
Yeah,
they
so
took
now-
us out, though.
Then they're here. They won one. I mean, yeah, we can see, but I just don't think that he's going to be able to. This is just my opinion.
I think they. I mean, well, so we'll go into next week then. I think
they've
will
already won
beat-
their Super Bowl. Is all I'm saying.
They got the monkey off their back for sure.
Yeah.
I think they will beat the Bucks. But it's not. It's
Is
not.
that who they're
like-
playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope they beat them.
What's the line on that game
6.
for who?
The
Detroit?
Lions.
-6.
At the Bucks or at
No,
Detroit?
it's in Detroit. Detroit was the 3 seed.
Yeah.
I think they do win that game.
Who's their coach? Bowles?
Yeah,
Todd
which he's
Bowles.
bad, too, in my opinion.
I don't know, man. You take that team. I don't know.
He took him to the NFC South, 9-8.
Won a playoff game.
He did against an 11-win team that should have been at home. I hate that rule.
Yeah,
That shit's got to change.
but he beat. It's not like it was even close.
No, they beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
They whooped that ass. But I'm just saying, if that shit was in Philly, that shit could have been
Yo,
different,
the
though.
Bucks might win that game.
I hope not.
I think they're gonna.
I got a
win.
lot of
Well,
Detroit
that's
in
what
my
I'm
underdogs.
saying about Dan Campbell is like
What
the
the
Lions.
fuck?
The Lions are clearly a better
Bucks
team than the
Packers
Bucks.
fucking NFC Championship.
The Lions
What the
are
fuck is that?
clearly a better team than the Bucks, but they can find a way to lose the game. Like
Yeah, it's not like Jared Goff is like some dominant quarterback.
Dude, Baker might carve their shit too.
You see that
wide
dude
receivers
Joseph?
feast against them.
You see what Joseph did to Higbee, though?
The tackle.
Dude, he blew his
Yeah.
whole ACL.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
I
thought
that
that's what
dude's-
happened in
I guess he's
Bernard.
injured a couple people, too.
What's
That Joseph kid.
What's his name?
Carl Joseph, I
Corey. Carl.
Something like
Yeah.
that. He fucked Higbee up real bad. Higbee walked that shit off, though.
The Lions are nice, but they're just not nice. I don't know.
They're gonna score 40. Dude, Amon-Ra.
Well, let's pick these games for next week.
All right, let's do it.
I-
We'll start with them.
one-
Start Saturday, but right in order. Houston, Baltimore.
Houston, Baltimore. Baltimore's got to prove it to me. I'm gonna take Baltimore, but I'm not nearly as.
What's the spread on that game?
9.5.
I'm not nearly as confident in that spread. Like I might take that Houston spread, but I'm gonna say Baltimore. But
I like Baltimore a lot. in
they
that
just,
game.
I mean, like we said at David's, like last time they had the 1 seed, they won
yeah,
a
I think
game and they
that's in their
lost.
head.
and-
They got a better defense now. I don't know if they got more weapons. I guess it's similar, but I don't know. I don't think Houston can match up with their physicality on like as far as like Singletary running the football, protecting Stroud consistently, shit like that. I think Houston's defense can keep them in it, maybe.
I think Houston's offensive line's pretty good. I mean, Nico Collins is that fucking man. CJ Stroud's slinging it out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely take Baltimore. I mean, Stroud was great last week, but he's still a rookie. I mean, to come in as a rookie and beat
First
that
road
team,
game.
go up against a really well-coached team that, even though they don't have playoff success, they do have playoff experience. They're the best team in the league until someone beats them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take Baltimore, but I'm not nearly as confident as I should be in a wood seed versus a rookie.
What about you?
Give me Houston.
Really?
Yep,
They're gonna beat them?
I do think so.
Or you just want the Bills to have a home AFC Championship?
I want the Bills to have a home. I think they're gonna beat them.
I would not be that surprised, honestly.
The reason why, and I bet I liked Baltimore all year, and people were telling me how they don't think that they're like a good team, and I'm like, yo, I think Baltimore's a great team, and the more I think about it, is I think it all just comes back to C.J. Stroud. The dude's nice.
Yeah, but they got Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I get it, but C.J. Stroud's a dog, man.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like. He's that guy in playoff games, man. Like C.J. Stroud,
Oh,
like
his back in college.
dude.
this
Everyone
Lamar
was questioning
Jackson,
him. Everyone was questioning
I get
C.J.
it.
Stroud. Even like going into the college playoff last year, what does he do? Have 2 amazing games. Only what did they lose by 2?
They lost by 1.
One to the Dogs, and then he gets drafted behind Bryce, and he was good in the regular season, but then just come out in the playoffs and be like, "Fuck you!" Like
It's Lamar though.
the Lamar win fucking Jackson in the playoffs.
Yeah, but this is the best version of Lamar.
Is it? Is
Probably.
it? Or are we?
what
Are
about
we
his
really,
MVP year, though?
Are we really shining this man's
His
balls?
MVP year
Because
was more of like a fantasy season where he broke Mike Vick's rushing stats, led the NFL in passing touchdowns. This version of Lamar just looks like a determined winner, like a hungry person like a hungry player that's not going to lose.
You're right.
he makes.
But
the-
I mean, I'm
Give
not
me
saying-
Texans, motherfucker. Let's get it.
So I mean, we got to see. So you're going Baltimore, but you're
going
scared.
Baltimore,
You're
but
going
it's not
Houston,
yeah.
and I'm going Baltimore with pretty ease.
you think they cover?
It's tough to say cover because you do see the garbage time, but I don't think Lamar has to score at the end to win or Stroud has a chance to win at the end. I think it's settled. I think we go to the fourth quarter and we're already starting to put our bets in for the San Fran Packers game.
The reason I think Houston is dangerous is because Stingley's playing.
Yeah, Houston's playing great.
Stingley's finally reaching what we thought he would do. He's been playing
Petrie.
amazing. Petrie's been great.
Their linebackers are good.
Derek Barnett's just out here fucking
Will
pressuring
Anderson.
people. Will Anderson's been great. Like
Yo, remember Houston made all those trades that we clowned? I forgot they got Cleveland's picks. They're still
When?
good. They got
from the Watson.
yeah, they got pick 23 or some shit this year still.
Yeah.
So even though they made that move to get Will Anderson, they still have like their first round picks and shit.
Yeah, it makes it less bad.
And now that they made this run,
I don't
they
think it
actually
was
got
bad
a
at
better
all.
first round pick than they would have had.
I don't think it was bad at all.
Like they gave them their first round pick, which people thought was going to be
Will
like,
Anderson
top
made
10.
big plays to win the game.
Oh yeah, because Cleveland.
We
lost,
thought Arizona
so
was going to
Cleveland-
pick 1-2 in the beginning of the year. Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Now Houston's picking possibly 32. Like this shit's insane.
We thought Rams would be a top 5 pick.
Yeah, I mean these teams are.
Sean
proving us
McVay
wrong.
should be coach of the year, I think.
So
I think McDermott should be.
Let's
coach
do
of the
our.
year.
I want to do our award winners too after we talk about this
Okay.
week.
Second game, Packers 49ers. I'll be at my
I gotta
mom's.
say 49ers, but
Yeah, I mean I do too.
I do like.
Yo, the only
It's the
reason I'm
same
saying
concept.
49ers, I think the Packers can win, but I feel like the 49ers always beat you guys.
They always beat Rodgers.
Okay, so we'll see.
I think something Rodgers.
He was supposed to go there. He wanted
He was supposed to go there and then told them they would regret it, and like they just kept not regretting. Like at least when they played us, like he obviously had an amazing career. I do think Love will beat the 49ers in time, but this team that the San Fran has,
You guys already made it.
yeah, we're right. Like I
You're ahead
said,
of schedule.
Houston and Green Bay are ahead of schedule. They're playing with house money. All the pressure's on Baltimore and San Fran to get to the Super Bowl.
Listen to me.
These other teams have no pressure, and I think that's a huge thing. But I still don't think we can
You
beat
guys,
them.
it's Baltimore and San Fran playing the same day.
Yeah,
If
one of them probably will.
I was just gonna say that
One of
if,
them will at least
if,
not
if
cover.
Baltimore beats Houston, the Packers are beating San Fran
Or covering.
or covering. But I'm gonna
They
say
both
beat.
9.5.
I think San Fran's up to like 10.5 now.
Yeah, I mean, it like some of the same things apply to the Packers for me that they do the Texans, but I just think the 49ers are like we have no questions about how if they can play in the playoffs or not, like we do with the Ravens. The only thing is their defensive backs have looked really suspect.
Who's?
The 49ers. Like that's like we've before, like in the midway of the year, they're like, there's no weakness. If Purdy plays well, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. Now it's like if Mahomes or Allen or someone goes into the Super Bowl, like maybe they can throw for 400 yards and maybe there's a way for them to win. But I don't think that happens this week. I mean,
Fred Warner was saying how good Jordan Love is, how hot they are. We're taking them serious. Like they're not going to overlook.
Yeah.
They're not one of those teams that are happy to be playing a 7 seed. They probably rather have played Tampa or Philly, honestly.
And no one really has more motivation than the 49ers. They've gotten that was twice. No, they got once. The Super Bowl.
Yeah, they lost last year in the NFC
No,
Championship.
so yeah. So, but they've been in sniffing range of the Super Bowl so long, and they haven't been able to win one. So it's like no one has more motivation than them. They're not going to get better. I don't know who they're losing this year, but they can't.
Yeah,
they're not going to get better
year,
than they are right now. So I think they win.
I'll take the 49ers.
And then Sunday at 3 is Tampa Bay and Detroit.
I'm going to take Detroit.
Yeah, I think Detroit's playing really well right now. I don't think Tampa's good enough to beat them. I don't think it's good for football for Tampa to be in that NFC Championship. I think it's a good story, Detroit making it. But we'll see. I keep counting Baker out, and he keeps proving
I was
wrong.
just going to say, I think everyone keeps counting Baker out, and I think the Bucs are going to win.
Their defense has been playing real strong. And the Lions do struggle with wide receivers. I picked the wrong one, but
They smoked Tampa the first time they played him. But I was reading an article that Baker missed 5 or 6 deep throws where he had the guys open when he wasn't playing well at that point. The way he's been playing now, he's not missing any throws. So we'll see what happens.
and one receiver always just torches the Lions defense. So I mean, I'm gonna say Lions,
I think Lions, too.
but like I
think
said, there's
Bucs.
a bigger.
like 31-24. It should be a good game.
Hopefully, man, because this weekend was not. I mean, our teams won,
Our
so it
teams
was
made
fun,
it
but
good,
it
but
was
yeah,
a
the game
terrible.
stunk. Even the Rams game that was good sucked in the second half.
Yeah,
It was just like, what happened?
The best game probably was Houston-Cleveland.
Well, I mean,
the first half.
45-14, it's like,
That's fun.
it's not fun.
It was fun.
It's like, oh, Flacco, he's old. He's sleeping on the bench. And then the main
Bills.
event, Mahomes' first road playoff game. You guys got him coming to Buffalo. Taylor
They
Swift.
said there's going to be like 3 to 6 more feet in the stadium by then. I swear to God, they said
There's
that.
14 inches falling today.
Wow. Swift will be there.
Swift to Buffalo. I think she skipped us on our tour, so just for that one reason, the revenge game. You want to skip us on? No, she did come here actually, I think. But I mean, it really all comes. I think it really. I'm not blaming injuries, but at the same time, you play a guy like Teron Johnson. Teron Johnson is a really good run defending cornerback. He's been like a cheat code for us. We only have to put 2 linebackers out there because we have him, which offsets the fact that we've lost our linebackers to injury. If we lose him too, like if he's not there, it's huge. If Douglas is gonna play, but if like Benford's not there, hopefully Elam could like bring back some of the magic that he had like in the second half against the Steelers. I mean, I'm taking the Bills. I'm never not gonna take the Bills, but if those guys are missing, I mean, I'm gonna be like worried. But I don't know. I think first road game for Mahomes is a little different for him. The only thing is that the Chiefs, even though this was like the most struggling year, this is the year they're built for the playoffs the most. I mean, you got a guy like Pacheco. He's not a finesse runner. Like he's built for the cold. He's built for pounding into you and
It's the best defense
pause.
they've had.
And
He pounds right into you.
really good defense. And then it's like usually teams that are built that way don't have a good quarterback, so they're gonna do that. Then when we finally stop that, now we have Mahomes throwing the ball. So, yeah, missing Bernard with how well Pacheco's been playing, even though Dorian Williams, I think, made some plays. I'm going to take the Bills. It's going to be a close one. I'm hoping for a classic. Taking the Bills, man.
Well, you
You go first.
I already know who you're taking, though.
I know who you're taking.
Yeah.
You're taking the Chiefs?
I mean, it's just tough to beat that guy. Now it's his first road game to add to his resume. The revenge of the offsides call that he was bugging about. And this is everybody thinks it's Buffalo's time. Like, we got him coming to Buffalo.
Well,
And that's just when Mahomes just strikes again. But it could go either way. I don't feel confident picking either team. I think it's gonna be a great game, and I'm just gonna roll with Mahomes.
I think missing Bernard it's going to be real tough. So I think if we miss those dudes, we'll only win by like 2 scores.
Kelsey's about to show out too.
Nah, they're dead. They are dead.
That's what people think.
Yo, listen to me. They're dead.
Just like Brady was always
All right,
dead.
Take them. They're underdogs.
I can see this being like the
Good plus money.
like the Brady always beat Manning, and then when Manning finally did beat Brady, it was like huge. Like I could see that being this game. Like I can see us literally winning by 14. Like I
just
see
told
like
you what's
this
gonna
is
happen.
this is the game that Mahomes finally struggles in the playoffs. Like everyone thinks he's a fucking
He
god.
was bugging about that call, talking
But
to
I don't
Josh
think-
Allen
I don't-
about that call. He's gonna be like, well, here, no calls. Yeah.
No.
I don't think that happens though. I think it's I'm gonna say I don't even think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I'm saying like 23-20, something like that.
I'm gonna say the ending score is 28-17 Bills.
Spread's only 2.5.
It's basically a money line. You're getting 2.5 for being home. That's basically
Vegas
what's
knows not to
happening.
give a big spread out to the Chiefs.
Well, it's just as even as it can get. 2.5 is like the new 3. If you're home, you get that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I just thought the Bills would be considered better. Like I thought they'd be like a 4.5.
The Chiefs just dismantled the Dolphins.
Well, yeah, Tua couldn't throw the ball 10 yards.
We beat Mason Rudolph by less than he beat Tua. Regardless,
Yeah,
like it's.
But fucking the way Tua played, I would have put Mike White in. But that's another topic.
Yeah, man, I can see us winning by 14, but I think it's gonna be a closer game than that. I think it's 23-20. There's just too many weaknesses on that roster. If Mahomes has to have a crazy day to beat us, I feel like there's just.
But does he though? I mean, the Chiefs play good defense, run the ball. What's a crazy day? Like I think if he had like 201 and 2 touchdowns and no turnovers, and Pacheco runs the ball well, that's enough for 24, 20-something type of game right there.
Give me the Bills.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills, man.
Oh, of course.
taking the Chiefs?
I'm not taking the Packers, though. I would take the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
I don't.
Do you think the 2 top-seeded teams, a lot of those guys haven't played in 2 weeks?
I hate that he sat Lamar. I hate that you sit
the
people.
49ers and especially the Ravens for me because they haven't proved anything yet. They haven't played in 2 weeks. I'm worried that both of those, not worried, but both those teams, I'm wondering if those teams are going to be that's almost being too rested. There's no flow.
Happened many times.
Yeah, it happened to Colts all the time.
It happened to us versus the Giants.
I forgot to bring that up. That's a good point. Like I hated when they sat like Lamar and stuff that last week. I mean, it's at least play him a quarter, a half, something.
Yeah, I would have played him like a preseason game. Come out for a quarter.
And shit. That's what really probably made their decision.
They didn't want to snap his ankle or some shit.
But like Houston's coming off that. Like if CJ Stroud comes out there and fight and gets a touchdown real quick. If I'm the Texans, and I win the toss, receive. I'm getting the ball. I'm trying to. I'm pulling out everything I can. I'm like blowing my load the first two drives. Try to get 14 points immediately.
I think that's why I like Houston to win. Is CJ Stroud's his confidence is like unmatched. It seems so far.
I mean, it is, but we saw how he looked the first time versus Baltimore. Was his first game though, but playing a defense like that is different. We've even seen it with Purdy. Like Purdy's been amazing his whole career. He faces Baltimore. He throws 4 interceptions. Could have thrown like 7.
Yeah.
So it's just tough to say. I do think Kansas City Buffalo winner will go to the Super Bowl. Even though
you think either of them beat Baltimore?
I do. I just gotta see it from Baltimore, and I just don't think Houston's good enough to be the one to take out Baltimore. So I'll take Mahomes or Allen to the Super Bowl. But I think, like I said, I'll take Kansas City this week. But even if Buffalo wins, I would take them.
It's crazy that we keep seeing Kansas City in the second round.
Yeah, because you guys be ass in the regular season. You and them letting that 1 seed slip by. I know, but you guys somehow let you and Kansas City let the Titans be the 1 seed. Is stupid.
Yeah, that was unreal.
That shit don't even make fucking sense. But
what'd they do?
Nothing. They lost in the first round of Burrow like they should.
We gotta win, man. If we want,
I can't wait to see Burrow back though. The playoffs, like Burrow should have been in this shit.
If we want this to be a real rivalry, dude, we gotta get this playoff win.
You have to. You got them at home now. It's your time.
Yeah.
You're playing your best football. They've looked mid all year. Now they're on the road. I mean, it's definitely Buffalo's time. But I just love that those stories, like the way Brady did that every year. I'm going with that.
I do like every time. All the years that Brady would win were the years that we were like, oh, finally, like Brady's not gonna win. It was like unreal. And then the years that we thought he was gonna win, he would lose to the Giants.
So what do you want to do? Talk about awards?
Yeah, that was all that I sent in them notes.
Speaking of Pick'em though,
JJ McCarthy and you won.
I did.
You won by 2. We tied in the last week, and then you won by 2. So we'll get you some dinner. Has to be a $2 sign on Yelp though. It can't be a 3.
Oh what?
You know that you ever go on Yelp? You never use Yelp? There's like dollar signs for how expensive places.
Well.
3 is like fancy. 4 is like.
Oh okay.
Like.
So I get a $2
you gotta
choice.
wear a suit. Yeah.
I'll probably go to Joey's or something. That place that.
Oh, that's fine. Let's go to Joe. Yeah, we should do that.
What's that word called?
Tradition.
Sure.
I do miss that tradition. Joey's is fire.
Good, yeah.
But yeah, well, we don't talk too much about it. But Caleb Williams, who everyone was saying like might stay in school because he doesn't want to go to the Bears
it's all
or whatever.
Bullshit. Harrison and all them dudes all declare.
Yeah, and like, people are really making way bigger of a deal about. Nick Saban retired.
Yeah, that was.
That's
crazy.
what that
Reggie
has to
Bush
be
called them
mentioned.
out too. Said it
I
was
don't.
a no.
I think that's a dumb argument. I think it's the NIL has been around for what, 3 years, 4 years, 3.
3.
He made a national championship. He made the playoffs every year, right?
Well, he already had those teams though. Now the roster starts to turn over a little bit.
Dude, he's not struggling to get recruits to go to Alabama. Kids who want to be pros, the people overblow the NIL for 5 stars. These kids, if they make it pro, Caleb Williams is not sniffing how much money he's going to make if he's the number 1 pick. He's making a lot, don't get me wrong. But his net worth will triple the moment he gets drafted number 1. Mm-hmm. These kids are not making enough money to stay back. Marvin Harrison was the one where I was like, maybe, because his family's already rich. But these kids are not making enough money where they're like, I'm going to stay another year. I'm sorry, you're not. Stop overblowing it in that aspect. But these kids know if you want to go pro and you get recruited by Bama or Georgia, that's the best thing to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, every year they lead the draft in picks. They lead the draft in in first round picks every single year.
And even him leaving, they just got that guy from Washington, so it's not like Bama's going to be hurting.
Yeah, I don't think him retiring had anything to do with NIL. He's the GOAT of the sport. He's got more national championships than anyone.
He said it was because of like the NIL.
Did he really?
He was saying it's just exhausting. He don't feel like dealing with it.
Well, he's also 73, though.
Yeah, but like, I get what you're saying. Like Bush is saying, like he was running from it. He just didn't feel like dealing with it. He's old.
Yeah.
He's accomplished everything that he needs to accomplish.
Well, he's probably being honest, like how Belichick should be honest. It's like, you're the GOAT. Or Pop, even. Like, you're the GOAT, but the game got away from you. Yeah. Anyway, Nick Saban, everyone hates Alabama, and I'm one of them, but he's the GOAT. I mean,
why do you hate Alabama?
It's just,
I fucking hate Bama, too.
You do?
Well, I'm a Florida fan.
I just don't like I just don't like how college is set up where it's just like the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. It's like the same teams all the time. I think it'll be cool now to see how it goes. Mm-hmm. Arizona coach, I forget his name, went to Washington. For him to be able to get Arizona good at football, he's got to be good because they're trash 9 times out of 10.
But with the playoffs extending,
it should be a lot funner.
I think
now.
a lot of different shit's gonna happen.
I think that will be big. I think that will really help.
It's almost like the NFL.
Because if you sneak into there, like say like they're just to bring ASU up, like ASU has been 15th or whatever. If they can sneak into the top 12 and win a game in the playoff, it work wonders for recruiting in the future.
I always thought
that's just been my biggest gripe with college football since the beginning of time. It's like it's Bama, and then someone else will have 4 good years,
Clemson,
and then
Georgia,
LSU.
Yeah,
they have a couple good years, and then it's someone else. And
I think that I don't understand why it's only ever been 4 playoff teams.
Well, it wasn't. It was.
Two.
It used to be.
4
they picked the top 2.
Was actually a blessing as well.
I just think that though, like, how could you be like number 6 in the country or whatever, and just go play the Cheez-It Bowl or whatever it is? You know what I mean? Like
the one good thing about that, which I'm not saying I want to go back to that, was that the bowl games did mean more. It was like you played the Rose Bowl, it was huge. You played the Orange Bowl, it was huge. Because that was your only option. Like you're in a number 6 team, but number 6 team always would get what's the other one?
Sugar Bowl.
Sugar Bowl. Like you're getting one of the big 4 bowl games, and if you win in that game, it helps your draft stock. It's like you
sure,
go
but I'm saying like
then now it's like if you lose in the Sugar Bowl and don't make the national championship, if you lose in the first round of the playoff, it's like or even if you win the first round of the playoff. You're unless you win the national championship, you're leaving college with a losing taste in your mouth. So there's positives and negatives. I think the 12-team playoff will be the best version of it. But I do miss that thing where it's like the kids weren't really opting out as much because if they won, like you won the Sugar Bowl, you won the Rose Bowl.
It was like the Big Ten champion played the Pac-12 champion in the Rose Bowl and shit like that.
You don't have to win a national championship to go out on top, and so it was like those games used to be so good. They used to be so. But what are you going to do? I also hate NIL. I think there was a better way to do it. But
yeah, but then also another thing, though, is that the top 4 playoff teams are just like seeing Florida State not make it. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's stupid.
Yeah, just because they said, well, your quarterback's hurt, so we don't think you're good now.
Yeah, but now with a 12 playoff, you can't be like, well, Florida State, you can't make it.
You'll get the best mid-major in there.
Yeah,
someone's gonna bitch about being a 14 seed or something.
Nobody will care. It's like in March Madness when they debate who should have been 68. It's like, oh, that's sad, but we don't care.
Yeah, you're not gonna win
it. You suck. Yeah, you had plenty of opportunity. Nobody's gonna care if the 3-loss. Fucking Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are the 13 seed. Too bad.
Yeah,
like nobody cares.
NIT tournament. Go ahead.
Yeah, just you're out of here.
Yeah. What I do think is they should not make the playoffs bowl games.
I don't think they are they?
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
That's how they're making them stay relevant, like the Rose Bowl and shit.
I think take it away. Make the Rose Bowl 13-14. And make that
But it
game
would
relevant.
be a joke, though.
I don't think it would. It's still. I don't know. Like,
So if you're playing for third
I think
or
saying,
in the Rose Bowl or something like
yeah.
that, that's kind of cool though. I could get with that. I could get with it.
I don't know. Just saying like, oh, you won the Rose Bowl, but it's just a playoff game, and now you have 3 more games ahead of you if you want to.
No. Wouldn't it be like?
Well, the Rose Bowl and those ones will be like the
like
playoff,
Michigan beat Alabama in the Rose Bowl this year in the playoff.
Right.
But
So they're the Rose Bowl champions and the national champions.
Wow.
so we'll. I don't know. We'll talk more about college football as time goes on, but there's a coaching carousel there too, especially if Harbaugh goes. I want to see who gets Michigan.
Right.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
But
yeah, let's do our awards because
Okay.
I mean, we'll do MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year.
Comeback player of the year.
No,
It should be Flacco.
it should be Flacco. I can't
It's
believe
gonna be Hamlin.
it's gonna be Hamlin.
It's fucking corny.
It's so dumb. He literally played in 2 games, and one of them he literally lost us the game.
I get,
Like
I get the story. Like it's unbelievable. Like he died on
He
the
didn't even
field.
play. How can he be a comeback player?
Well, because the fact that he did play, like he was in the game yesterday. I guess it's just the story that like this guy who died.
it is fucking amazing that you have the balls to do it. I'm not taking anything away from that, but you played maybe
Flacco
10
brought
snaps.
the Browns to the playoffs. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
He got off the couch at 40 years old and was like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
and he was out there carving.
Yeah,
And
that's
he
what
was
I'm
better
saying.
than any quarterback they had.
Uh,
All right, so we'll start with MVP. You go first.
So we'll do who we think's gonna win. And
if
who we
you
want.
got to pick,
Okay, Christian McCaffrey.
because Lamar's gonna win.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say Christian McCaffrey.
if I got to pick, I'd pick Josh Allen.
That's because
God.
you're a fan or what?
Probably a part of it is a fan, but he did also have the most touchdowns and took a team from 6-6 to the 2 seed. So
but he was 6-6 though.
Yeah.
I kind of hate that argument,
I get it.
but I understand what you're saying. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
I don't know.
But it's like it wasn't that he was hurt or something.
Yeah.
If he was hurt and then came back and they
I
were
just think
6-6.
he's more valuable to his team than a lot of other players.
Oh, for sure.
That's all
He's
I'm
my number
saying.
2, clear cut. He's clear cut above Lamar.
Mine was Hill, but like he really didn't show up towards the end of the year.
Mine was also Hill, but seeing them just do dick is just
Yeah,
So who
McCaffrey
would
just.
if it was just its quarterback, would you take Lamar or would you take Josh Allen or someone else?
I would take Allen.
Okay, good.
I mean, I like what Lamar's done, and I don't think it's all about stats the way other people do.
Yeah.
But like,
my only argument.
know.
My only argument when I was saying about Lamar is that he is deserving of.
yeah, for sure.
That's
I'm
all-
not mad that he's gonna win it.
I kind of am.
My pick would
It's
be
just
Josh Allen.
the only argument is he has less turnovers and more wins.
And
I think
their
it's-
team kind of sucks. Like when people were talking
Oh,
about Dak,
kinda.
it's like I'd rather give it to CeeDee Lamb. When people talk about Purdy or whatever, like I agreed with you that I'd rather have given it to McCaffrey. When people talk about Tua, I'd rather give it to Hill.
But their team, I don't think their team does suck. I think their team is not built in a traditional fashion. So you look at their receivers and you're like, well, look at all these receivers that these other quarterbacks have. The team is built for Lamar. Mark Andrews going down is
That's
huge.
what I was gonna say. Is
but,
like Andrews goes down, he's the one that they build around.
They got a rookie.
But
their rookie's their best receiver.
But he's still a good receiver. Like it's like
Yeah, but
that's
he's-
like saying okay, Nico Collins always sucked, but now he's the best. He's still good. Something had to happen. He's good, and then like okay, the receivers I get that, but he also has one of the best offensive lines in the league.
His running game is blows.
no, it doesn't.
Their running backs suck.
Okay,
Bro, it's Gus Edwards and Justice Hill.
if you take Lamar Jackson's stats out of it, they still average over 4 yards a carry.
Yeah,
and had
but they
13
But they
wouldn't.
and had
only
1,300
do that
yards.
because Lamar is at
If
quarterback.
Josh Allen was the quarterback of Baltimore, those running backs wouldn't have good rushing stats.
You don't think so?
Unless they were willing to let Josh Allen run a shit ton. But
The
that
option is- that's all it
people
is,
fear
man.
Lamar, and then by the time they see Gus Edwards has it, he's still only.
But
the
that's-
fact that he only averages 4 yards a carry.
I don't know. I
It's
just
like they're like, oh, he has.
Oh,
the
Lamar
ball.
don't have it.
Okay,
Gus
let's
will
go
go
chase
get
him
him.
down. Oh, he's this sucky and
Little
slow.
4 yards. Come
no,
here.
I just made that up. Like I know it's over 4 yards. I don't know exactly what it is.
I just think the presence of Lamar. I think the
so. Gus
presence of a
Edwards is
player.
4.
Was Justice Hill 3.4?
Justice Hill's probably bad. Who was the other guy?
They had Dobbins.
Keaton
Not
Mitchell.
Dobbins.
Oh, Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell was doing really well before
But
he
he
went
seemed
down.
like he was really good. Like not to bring up Green Bay, but it's obviously like what I follow.
Justice Hill's 4.6.
They were clowning Christian Watson for having one catch. There was 2 plays that Romeo Dobbs was wide open. One play, 3 defenders were on Christian Watson, and the other play he was doubled. Like the presence of a player still matters as well.
Yeah,
Lamar's
but
presence allows that rushing.
But
attack.
every quarterback's presence opens up the rest of
Something,
the
yeah.
team.
It does.
Gus
But what
Edwards
I'm
wouldn't
saying-
go to a.
But okay, so
Go ahead.
Gus Edwards is an NFL running back. He's not great, but he's an NFL running back. It's not like he would just be out of the league if he wasn't on Lamar's team.
I'm
It
just
would be out of the league, but we wouldn't talk about their rushing attack.
But what I'm saying is, sure, his receivers aren't the best, but his numbers reflect that. It's not like he took these. He threw for like 3,200 yards, 3,300 yards. So it's not like he had these shitty receivers and then threw for 4,000 yards.
Right.
His numbers reflect the fact that he doesn't have great receivers. So
but he runs
that's
too.
Yeah,
Even
but
with
he
the
had
rushing, his stats really weren't.
They were
Yeah, I
so
agree.
far behind Allen's. It's like
His shits were behind Love's. That's why I was mad.
his shits were behind most people. I think he had 4,100 total
But
yards.
I've already accepted what the MVP is, as we've said.
I know. I just
The
think
I thought we were
quarterback.
talking about who our MVP is, who we think.
We were. Then
we are, but
talking
we just
about-
I just wanted to hear about it. But
I just
he
think
asked me
Lamar,
who
I do
I
think
had.
Lamar is deserving of the award, but I don't think he should get it.
Yeah, I would go McCaffrey, and then I would go Allen.
I would go Allen and then McCaffrey.
They're both 1A, 1B for me, but I would say McCaffrey just because
Running backs
2,000
don't-
yards,
running
over
backs
20
don't
touchdowns.
do what McCaffrey did this year. Quarterbacks have similar years to Allen pretty often. Rodgers did it 7 times,
Did what?
40 touchdowns, or whatever that stat you guys brought up that Allen's done 4 times in a row. Rodgers
Yeah.
has done it 7 times.
Never 4 times.
He
in a
did
row.
it 4 out of 6 so far, though.
Yeah, that's cool. He also runs the ball. Rodgers just did that
That's
shit
fair.
passing. I'm just saying, what McCaffrey has done, you have to look back probably to LaDainian Tomlinson or someone like that. People don't impact the game from the running
If
back
you count,
position.
no, I mean Derrick
especially,
Henry. Derrick Henry.
especially in today's game where running backs really ain't shit.
Derrick Henry.
He catches 2, though, too.
Henry's ass.
Doesn't matter. They had a similar amount of total yards, total touchdowns. I don't know. I don't remember how many
Derrick
touchdowns.
Henry got
they
them all
had.
Give me
75,
Allen, man.
75 carries a game.
I just don't. I think
so
Allen's.
McCaffrey, Allen, McCaffrey.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do offensive player of the year. So I feel like that has to be McCaffrey too. I'm gonna say Josh Allen just because he didn't get MVP.
Yeah, if you're going to give one or the
Yeah.
other.
Well,
I'll
can
go
a quarterback
Tyreek
get
Hill,
the
or CD
offensive?
I'll go CD Lamb.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm gonna go McCaffrey because I had Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
that's what McCaffrey is going to win.
Yeah.
He has that locked up.
I'm gonna say Josh Allen leads the league in yards, leads the league in touchdowns, leads the league in percentage of team touchdowns. Gotta give him something.
Yeah, I would go
still a
Lamb.
2 seed. Like people are like even the win thing. It's like okay, Lamar had 2 more wins, but it's like a
Yeah,
1
you guys
seed.
ended up the 2 seed, so
Yeah.
it really definitely gave him a good
So you said McCaffrey. You said
Lamb.
I like Lamb a lot.
Yeah, he had a hell of a year.
It feels like dirty not giving Hill an award though.
He just didn't show up at the end. He got
He didn't break
hurt
the
and just
record. I
didn't.
think that disappointed
He just
me.
he ended up not even having a Lamb was the number 1 fantasy receiver. Like,
Yeah.
he went from going to break a record to not even being the best receiver this year.
I think the injury. I think he should have taken a few games off, and he wanted it to beat the record. Same thing with like Trevor Lawrence. Like they're on a tear, he gets hurt, and he just looks like garbage. Maybe he probably should have sat. Defensive Player of the Year. This one's tough, man. There's just so many.
I hate that Garrett's gonna get it.
He's gonna get it just because I feel like his name. Like they're like he is one of the best. He needs that award next to his name to like legitimize him.
I think TJ Watt should get it.
He like even missing, like even being kind of like banged up. Like he led the league in sacks again. He in his tackles, like early in the year
He's
when I was like
doubled. It's
Daniel
not
Hunter
like-
had more tackles for a loss. He ended up passing Hunter in though. Like he
Yeah.
so like his tackles for the loss are there. He's got an interception. He's got like 8 pass deflections. Like he leads the league in sacks and impacts the game in other ways. Which earlier in his career I thought it was just sacks. Now he's like impacting the game how JJ did. Like I think you got to give it to him. But he's
The
probably
only
not
guy
gonna
that
get
I
it.
would consider actually would be Crosby.
Crosby's stats are amazing.
Like
too.
the way he impacts the game too.
He does.
Like, I would consider if like you're just giving the award because you don't want to keep giving Watt. You know how they do that shit
Yeah,
with LeBron
yeah.
and shit. Like they don't want to keep giving the same guy the MVP.
Do you
then
think
I
Watt
would go
though?
Crosby.
Besides that,
Yeah, I mean that dude's a freak.
Without
you see
Watt,
how
it'd be
bad
Crosby.
their defense is when he's not
Yeah, I
on the
know.
field. I mean, I guess we could maybe say that about other guys, but not Garrett. Garrett don't do shit. The Browns defense still eats.
Well, that's the Lamar effect. It's like they're focusing a lot on him, which opens things up. That
But
was
I'm
my,
saying, like, I'm pretty sure he missed time this year, missed whatever, and their defense didn't seem like it really
who
missed
got
a
it
beat.
last year? Watt did,
I think so.
and then Donald the year before.
yeah.
I think Watt's gonna get it again.
I think he should. Get
Odd
it.
wise, Garrett was pretty high.
Really? Wow.
We'd have to check.
What's the next one?
Coach.
Oh yeah, coach of the year.
Coach of the year. I'm going Sean McVay.
I'm going D'Amico Ryans,
Going Harbaugh. Or who's the dude for?
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
He's Jim.
John.
I always mix them up. John. Jim is Michigan.
I'm going. I just because I don't think Lamar should get, but somebody has to get an award for the Ravens. I think
Yeah.
so. I think
Who'd you go?
Harbaugh
Sean
could
McVay.
get it.
They were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league. They had more snaps from rookies than any team in the league. I think it was like up there for history, like most snaps by rookies. They had like
but
that defensive guy. They got Puka in the 5th. They got that dude that he leads all rookies in sacks, and then there's another dude who only has one less sack than him. Like they just got these no-name rookies out there. They fucking made a playoff, almost won a playoff game against a 12-win team that they probably should have won.
You know who's
Sean
actually
McVay
going
did
to
his
win it,
fucking thing.
which I'm fine with it, is Stefanski.
That's a huge 3 different
Browns.
quarterbacks. We'll go wins 11 games.
Yeah, loses
Chubb.
Chubb.
Houston's
Right,
coach.
that was my pick.
Oh, yeah,
D'Amico
that's a good one. I
Ryans.
like that.
Yeah, I think any one of those 3 wins, and I'd
The
be happy
playoff
with
game
it.
don't matter, though, but if it did, I bet you D'Amico Ryans would have jumped him.
Yeah, he definitely would.
But it's not supposed to matter anyways.
Yeah, that's why they should just announce it beforehand.
Yeah, I don't know why they wait.
Yeah.
That's what this lady was saying, though. I think
it's just for news. For like, it's like, okay, now the season's over.
It's
get
because
one
there's
more
no games during the Super Bowl. They announced it the week before.
Yeah, we get one more week of news coverage and
Yeah.
shit.
the one when Embiid got MVP and he got bounced, I think, in the first round, and Joker was still playing. She was like, I want to see, like, they just announced him as MVP, but Joker's playing and Embiid's not.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's why the NBA is cool and has like a playoff MVP now. Right? Do they now? I know that the
I
MLB
just wanna see
does.
the finals.
I like what
I thought the NBA
NBA's
wasn't
been making their
instituting.
product a lot better.
I know
I'll
the
tell you that.
the MLB put playoff MVP, which is what I think you should do. Like if you're nuts throughout the playoffs and you lose the finals, you should be able to still get a playoff MVP.
Yeah.
Because that's cool. Like we're arguing Josh Allen, Lamar. If Lamar does go out there and smoke Allen, it looks cool. But if Allen goes out there and wins a Super Bowl, okay,
the
he
NBA
didn't win
should
the.
make 2 in-season tournaments.
No, I like just one. It will water it down if there's 2.
Yeah, but now it's just butt.
What?
Do you guys want to
The
do like?
NBA right now.
Do you guys
Yeah.
want to do like best running back, best wide receiver, and stuff, or just?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, with best running back, obviously McCaffrey. You can't really make an
Or
argument. for him.
Kyron. You can make
No.
a little. Why not?
He missed 5. First guy ever to miss 5 games and finish in the top 3 in rushing yards.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Imagine if
Nuts.
he didn't. Then we'd have an argument about it.
Maybe if he didn't
Yeah,
miss
see what I'm
games,
saying?
but now McCaffrey's.
Dude ain't do shit in the playoffs, though. Got hurt.
We're talking about regular season.
Nah, I know.
I know he wasn't doing shit, and then he broke off a couple runs. He was at 60 yards. I needed him for 83 to get hurt. I was so sick.
Yeah, best quarterback, I would say, is Allen.
Allen
go
quarterback,
Allen.
McCaffrey running back,
I would
wide
go Lamb at
receiver. I gotta give it to Hill. Like this close though.
I'm going Lamb.
I love Lamb. I know.
Like, Lamb ain't let his team not win the division. Tyreek Hill dropped 4 balls versus you guys. 1 would have been a touchdown, 2 would have been first downs, and then 1 was like an overthrow.
And then if you
dropped
count the
4
playoff
balls?
games,
It was 3, and then 1, Tua missed him. Dude literally had one across the middle. He was gonna score.
Yeah.
And then he had another one for a first down, and then he had the one that was like a floater, and he couldn't catch it. He literally
Also but that touchdown that Tua did throw was completely underthrown, and he
that was
came
against
back
Kansas
to it.
City.
Oh yeah, that was
That's all
last
versus
week.
you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Like, well, CD Lamb's out there like secure in the division.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill was dropping away the division. So,
I
but
get
I mean, I don't mind your. Obviously, he's Tyreek Hill.
It's very close, but I'm
He
taking
said, I
Tyreek.
know we lost, but why you motherfuckers really let me go out there with these ashy ass lips? And he posted a picture. His
said
lips
that,
were bad. It shit was funny.
you see
as
what
hall.
else he said about Snead?
No. Oh yeah, he
Snead's
said
the
he jammed me all the way to
He jammed me all the
Cancun.
way. He jammed my ass to Cancun.
Tyreek's funny as hell for that.
Snead might be my pick for best cornerback. Snead is the man, dude.
We'll
Who's
see
he gonna
this
cover?
week.
Wait, what's he gonna do? Cover Diggs? Ooh,
Probably
he's
Shakir.
Ooh.
Dude, he just be
I pray
shutting
to God
people
Snead's
down.
on Diggs. To be
Yeah,
honest
speaking of your
with
guys'
you.
coordinator, another thing that I hate, you guys throw screens to Diggs, he catches it and goes down.
Yeah, dude,
You can't throw a screen to somebody who doesn't want to get tackled.
You guys
I'm
are
sorry.
feeling me about the yards after
Oh,
catch.
dude, that shit came real true. That motherfucker don't want to go. He don't want to get touched.
Nah. He's like, oh my God, people around me.
Like, I understand, like, the one, like Steve said, he got the first down already. So
Yeah.
it's like, all right, cool. You don't need 11 yards. You got 10. But the one he got 2 yards, it was like,
Yes.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Well, Shakir's like, I'm going to score a touchdown now.
That shit was that
Yeah.
Shakir play was nuts.
So, best tight end.
Best tight end.
I'll
Sam Laporta, man.
I was going to say Hawkinson. He got hurt early, but
Laporta just does it all.
yeah, Laporta's really good. What do you think?
I'm gonna go Laporta.
Nutella Laporta.
I would have went Kincaid if he got more burn like in the beginning of the year.
I'm definitely not out on Kincaid. I definitely think he can develop into an elite guy, but I just don't see the path for him being better than Laporta. Laporta does everything. Like
He
Laporta,
did a hyperextended knee and just scored.
well, the thing is that Kincaid's never going to be a blocker. Laporta goes out there like Kittle and will block the shit out of someone and then score a touchdown. Like Laporta is basically Kittle, where Kincaid is like
Kelsey,
if Kincaid becomes Kelsey, sure, but like if Kincaid doesn't reach that, if you're not consistently getting 1,300 yards and this guy's getting 1,000 and blocking,
our playoff game.
he had 4 catches,
3.
3, and one was a big
Scott
touchdown.
Scott had over three
Needed
and a half. You know who else could be up there for tight end? Is Burnt Njoku. That version of him.
Yeah, no. Flacco and Njoku was crazy.
After he got Flacco and his kitchen set on fire or whatever, he went crazy.
It like awoke him.
He had a good playoff game too. He had like 7 for 100 or something.
93 yards. Yeah.
I had him on in fantasy, and I fucking dropped him 2 years ago or something like that. I'm sick about it.
So what else?
So tight end will do Laporta. Offensive lineman. I don't even know how to rank this, honestly, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good ones, and like without us knowing the stats off the top of our head, like the best. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. On the
Why'd
right.
you even bring this up? You're making us look stupid.
Well, no, I mean, it's just hard to judge one. Like
I think
how we
there's
could
like
just say McCaffrey. There's a lot of guys that come to mind when we think of the offensive line.
I think there's like 20 people in the entire world, outside of coaches and stuff, obviously, that truly can have an intelligent conversation about offensive linemen. Like none of the analysts who talks about offensive linemen. You're like, oh wow, I really learned something there. No, it's so it's like such a weird position because one, you could be a great offensive lineman if the people around you suck, you're gonna look like trash.
Well, another thing is they do things that we really don't
notice. Like
when they pull, like when they some of the plays, like you're on the line, they'll pull from the right and pull left and lead a block, and we really don't see that. We're watching.
Or we're seeing it, but we're not understanding how hard it is.
Well, I'm saying we're watching McCaffrey run. We're not watching what's his name, Trent Williams pull out and lead block.
Yeah, the people that really know, like I follow Joe Goodberry. He covers the Bengals, so that's like his job is covering the Bengals. He'll tell you about all their offensive linemen. He'll tell you about every player on the team. That's his focus. Not that he can't talk other football. Like he could come on here and talk football, but he knows his team's offensive line. You know what I mean? Like we focus on all of the league, and that's why the offense, like we don't know as much of what's going on, but he knows the stats and the pressures and the this and that.
But even that though, like Zach Martin or Quentin Nelson last year had a really bad year, but the rest of his offensive line was garbage.
Right.
So like, how many of those pressures are because it's. I just don't think there's any stat that truly encapsulates like what they do and how good they actually are, and then also everything that goes into it. It's just like there's no part of the sport that's more team oriented than the offensive line, and you just. Like I said, even those guys, like even when the beat writers talk about them, I'm like, sure, you saw that he pulled the right way and he made his block, but when you hear about other offensive linemen, like when you hear about if you listen to Gronk's brother talk about Gronk blocking, like those guys who've actually played that position, you're like, oh fuck, like you always knew Gronk was a really good blocker, but then you have like a real understanding of it. You need to hear someone who played offensive line.
But I'm also talking about the guys who do watch film on Tuesday and Wednesdays. They know what guys' assignments were and who did what.
Real quick though, Spencer Brown. We need to apologize to him because everyone, maybe not you as much,
he's pretty good. Yeah,
he was a turnstile last year, and we all wanted him to get rid of him, and he was really good this year. But let's just move on. I mean, Trent Williams, fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Defensive lineman. Do we want to include do we include T.J. Watt as a linebacker, or is he a defensive lineman? Because he's usually like outside linebacker, but he's an edge rusher.
Let's not give him 2 awards.
All right, defensive. Well, he's gonna get best linebacker. No, we'll take him out of it. All right, so defensive lineman.
Oh, you can give him that. You can give him one. I was talking about because we give him defensive player of the year or whatever.
If we're just going straight lineman,
probably Daniel Hunter for me.
I would go Crosby.
Well, doesn't he play like linebacker?
I don't feel like he's
outside
ever
linebacker. Yeah, but the outside linebacker just in
I thought he's edge rushers.
Or edge rushers.
I thought.
Well, we'll do best defensive lineman, best linebacker, best edge rusher. Because Hunter lines up like in stance like almost every play. Crosby will line up like kind of how Watt lines up.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Crosby, Daniel Hunter.
I go Bosa then.
Nick Bosa?
Mm.
I'm going to go Daniel Hunter.
What's Parsons?
He linebackers and shit too, right?
Yeah. You could include them all.
Or actually,
we'll do edge rushers.
I would go Chris Jones.
We'll do edge rushers.
I'll go Chris
defensive
Jones.
Lineman.
Good call. That's a good call.
Yeah, Chris Jones dominates.
That dude held out. He proved why he.
Yeah.
The best defensive tackle in the league.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Daniel Hunter.
I'm gonna go Chris Jones with you. Good call.
But if we were to include edge rushers,
Hutchinson.
you would had Hutchinson was amazing in the playoff game. You would do Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so
if we're not gonna say why, because it's just so like.
Yeah. Best linebacker. We'll just do
I'll go Roquan.
Roquan was really good. Fred Warner was really good.
I was happy Roquan got first team All Pro. So did Kyle Hamilton. Made me laugh because he beat me in that playoff game.
Kyle Hamilton that was my guy last year in the draft. He was just
linebacker for me would be Roquan.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any other answer. I mean, Fred Warner was really good. I know I'm missing someone though.
I'll go Roquan too.
Roquan, all-pro guy. Safeties, I'm gonna go Kyle Hamilton. I'm biased, but I think he's gonna be the best safety. It could be Minka. It could be.
I'm trying to think.
I'm going Kyle Hamilton. That's my guy.
Yeah, he was first team All-Pro for a reason. I'm trying to think if I'm missing somebody though.
For what?
Like for safeties.
I'm about to pull it up.
I feel like there was somebody really good that I can't think of.
Me too.
Corner, I would definitely say Sauce.
He's fucking so good. It's Snead though.
Yeah, that's what you were
Snead
saying.
needs to be like he doesn't get the credit. Like he's a dog, dude.
Yeah, the way he defended Hill was insane.
Twice. Hill had under
yeah.
70 yards against him the first game too.
And he did that with a 50-something yard touchdown this game.
Yeah, and didn't Snead lock up Diggs too?
Well, everybody locks him up.
That's true. It's not as impressive now, but when it happened, it was
It
as
felt
impressive.
impressive then, yeah.
I like this.
I'm going Snead. Sauce is better. I mean, I would take Sauce before I took Snead, but Snead's the guy.
I'm going Sauce too.
Yeah, he's too good.
All right, man. There's nothing really else to talk about football, man. Playoffs coming up.
Antoine Winfield.
Oh, yeah,
that's
he's
what I was
really
thinking.
good, yeah.
And he didn't make the Pro Bowl over Buda Baker was crazy.
Pro Bowl's so fucking
They
dumb.
had Kyle Hamilton one on here.
Yeah, he was the All-Pro.
Yeah, I would go Antoine. He played out
it's
of his.
wild.
That's why I think the Bucks are like.
Yeah, they're nice.
So last year before the draft, I was like, Kyle Hamilton's my favorite player. Like he should, even though he's played safety, he should be drafted high. I forgot what they got him at. They got him at like the teens or something
That's just so bullshit.
because he plays safety. But the Ravens don't give a fuck about
No,
that.
they're
You notice
real
they never care about that. But he was trash the first half of last year, and from week 8 of last year to now, he's like all pro.
No, he's like the best.
But yeah, man, playoffs continue next week. Hopefully, we're on here and we break this
Jesse
fucking
Bates was
Chiefs
number
curse.
5 on
Jesse
this
Bates
list.
is nice. He's on Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling him.
Yeah, I don't expect to be a part of the conversation next week, but if we are, man,
Well, we'll talk about where you're going from here then.
if we're in that FC Championship game, man, I'll expect the Super Bowl at this point.
If you beat San Fran, you should beat anyone.
Yeah.
Like if you're that team that just got hot as fuck and beat
Fuck
San
Packers,
Fran,
Packers, Bucks, NFC Championship.
they'd be so fucking.
We owe
good.
them ass whooping, too.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Bills have knocked out every curse over these past couple of years, except for
My check
except
died.
except the fucking. we broke the playoff streak. We broke the
don't wanna
playoff
believe
win
me.
streak. We made a conference champion. We've broken all the curses. The only curses left is Mahomes and winning that Super Bowl. That's all that's left.
Do 2 in 1 year.
That's all that's left. If you get through Mahomes,
Although the Bills or Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes, they're 3-3 versus each other.
yeah, but we beat them we're 3-0
3
against the
times.
regular season.
They're 2-1.
No,
Or they're-
3-0 in the playoffs.
3-0.
They are 3-0 in the playoffs.
No, they
The
beat us
Chiefs.
once in the regular
They
season.
beat you guys the only time they played you in Buffalo.
Oh, we only played twice in the playoffs.
They beat you guys on like a Wednesday.
It was a COVID game,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's a Wednesday game or a Tuesday game. Clyde Edwards-Helaire ran the ball down your guys' throat.
Shut the fuck up, bro. This dude's like bringing up, fuck you, dude. So yeah, we're 3-3, man. We got to be 4-3. We're gonna get a playoff win
You
in
guys are
there.
0-2, man.
I'm not against that. We're 0-2 when it matters. We need to get that win. So hopefully next week this is a real happy episode, and
peace.
Harry and Joe aren't on here talking about when my funeral is. Yeah, appreciate you guys. See you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Go
Peace.
Bills.
Go Bills.